is me, Trader Max from Shogun, and you're here today on February 25th, 2025, and we are here, of course, there he is right there. Mr. Ghost, how you doing? We're here on the Shogun Gun Show, and we are in a Shill, Chill, and Alpha show, and if you're not sure what that is, where we meet up with a bunch of other projects that are out there in the ecosystems of Solana meme coins and crypto, and we introduce who they are here, and we have some old friends, some new friends, all here on the show today. And speaking of new friends, I got Crypto Quentin as my co-host. How you doing, buddy?
Hello, everybody. I'm super happy to be here. Super happy to be working with you all. I am doing great this afternoon. I've been saying morning all day today and yesterday, so I got to get on that. But how are you doing, Mr. Max?
I'm doing pretty good. Listen, it's been a tough couple of weeks. The market's been up and down. We've been playing the game back and forth with Solana. I don't care which way the river bends because I can swim. But, man, the river is drying out a little, so I got to get up. And it's like when you're going down tubing, and you hit that one spot where the rocks start hitting the bottom of your feet. And you're like, what the hell? Why is it so low? And then you fall off your tube. And you're like, I'm going to drown. And then you stand up. You're like, what the fuck? Why is it so low? So that's what Solana is right now. It's low, right? It's getting low. But remember, last year, it was sitting at like 120, 140. At this time, and so we're good. We're going to be making it just fine. A real quick announcement: base KEK coin. You had an issue with your. All right, there you go. It's been fixed. Good. Thank you very much.
Yeah, I fixed it. Yep.
I love it when a guest is like, "Nope, I'm fixing this shit. Let's go." All right,
I was on top of it. We're good.
I appreciate you. So today's. What's that?
I was going to say already. Look at all these wonderful faces on the panel.
I know.
Today.
Oh, dude, I think this is the most faces we've had up here. I wish some of you other come up here, but listen, let's do an introduction to everybody that's here. Some of our panelists, some of our shillers, but I had them all up here today because there's a little light. We're a little light in the network of people today, so we're just gonna go down the line here and introduce. We'll do our panelists first that are here. Mr. Quentin, I think we didn't get all the panelists right. There was Ghost is here, so attended.
Yeah, I think we got all of our panelists today. The only person we're missing who may come in is Merv, which is a shiller.
There you go. Perfect. So first up is Binx from over at KEK Solana. How you doing today, buddy? Welcome.
Good, man. How you guys doing? Thanks for having me on.
Doing great, man. All these handsome, beautiful people today, man. This is awesome.
Oh, thank you, man. Thank you. Yeah, so guys, I'm Binx, the founder of KEK on Solana. We're a meme coin. Our all-time high is about 5 million market cap right now.
Not doing a show yet. We're not doing a show yet.
Oh, okay. My bad. I'll just introduce myself then. Yeah, I'm Binx. What's up? Cool. My bad.
He's like, I like long walks in the park, and
oh yeah, I thought you were just letting me go. I'm like, all right, let's go.
He's off to the races, baby.
Yeah, man, I'm ready to go, dude. Yeah, I'm always ready.
I'm ready to go. Absolutely. No, 100%. I just wanted to do a quick introduction with everybody, just to say hello to everybody else. But thanks for being here. Yeah, we got Cheechh here from FartMommy. I know you're one of the shillers today, but thank you for being here today, my man.
What's going on, Omi? It's nice to see you guys again.
Yeah.
Second time on, second week in a row. Let's see if I can do 3, maybe. If the wife
absolutely
permit me, we'll see.
As another panelist on board, we got FarmTardio. I think FamTardio. Jesus.
Yeah, not Farm. Don't give us the bad impression already.
I was gonna get the farming Solana Tardio.
The farming family.
The farming family. Just from Alabama.
I'm Steve Tardio in our TG. But I thought Daddy Tard works because we do the whole fam idea. But glad to be here, and I've listened to the show multiple times. So
cool. Thank you. I'm glad that you're here. We get a chance to meet with you, and of course, one of the soon-to-be co-hosts with the mostest, we got Ghost from Just the Lotto. What's up, my man?
What's going on, man? Turn the volume down. You know what we do here.
Yep.
We just hit the lotto. Shout out to the Lotto fan band, man.
Did you see that? Did you see what came up there? The banner? That was awesome.
Did you do that? They know what it is.
I was ready.
Turn his hearts off. Turn his hearts off. You got the hearts on?
Give me my hearts, dog. Thank you.
I almost thought they weren't going to come.
Hey, Quentin is the shit, man. You guys, man. Quentin does all this shit, bro. Just letting y'all know. Sure.
Until somebody wants it, and then we're fucked. It's like, thanks, Ghost, for being here today,
nice
buddy.
To see y'all in here, man. Thanks for having me, as always. I appreciate you guys.
No worries. We also got Andy from SASSY. What's up, my man? How are you doing?
Hey, man. How's it going? Yeah, happy to be here. It's getting dark in the UK. It's not waiting for springtime, but it's like the markets, but we're still positive over here. So I'm looking forward to this one.
Yeah, it's weird how this flat world works, isn't it? Like,
Oh, I know.
it's dark on one side and light on the other. I love it. No, I'm only just joking. I'm glad to hear it, Andy. Thank you very much, and it's good to see you. We also got MemesAI, the Swarm. What's up, man?
What's up, Max? How you doing?
I'm doing good, brother, man. I swear to God, that octopus scares the shit out of me, brother. It's nightmare fuel for me, man. I've been in the water with octopi, and it's not. I was a diver, and I don't like it. They too creepy. It's like they're small, and then they're big, and then they're in your face, and then they're sucking your brains out. I don't think that last part happened, but it could.
You never know. Them tentacles grip, my guy.
Yeah, this is maybe why, too funny. How many tickles do you give an octopus?
As many as necessary.
10 tickles.
There you go.
Daddy humor. Sorry. All right. Oh, look, somebody left. I scare somebody away with the dad humor. Fucked up. That's messed up. And then we got Rizz from HEGE. How you doing, my man? Welcome to the show.
Yeah, happy to be back. Definitely not the hype man, but I'll hold my ground.
You got it, brother. This is easy stuff for you. You've been here the entire time. You hear how we are. We're real laxed anyway. There's no tension here whatsoever. And if there is, fuck them. All right. So if you're watching, you know what the deal is. This is the Shill, the Chill, and the Alpha. We're going to bring up some of it'll be a Shiller will come up first, and then a panelist, and then a Shiller all the way down to the end. And then we're going to jump into our Chill portion of the show. And today we're going to talk about organic. Is it still the meta? Now, this could be organic traffic, organic art, organic content, whatever it is. We're going to be talking about everything organic in the world of crypto and your versions of what, is important for you and the organic stuff that you deliver. And how do you actually maybe even get some more organic traffic or other people involved? Very, very important to talk about today. Our first person up, Mr. Quinton. I think we had Sassy because they were up here first as a Shiller.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Randy. Smack it, baby.
Well, thank you very much, guys. It's a pleasure to be here. So for those of you watching who don't know about Sassy, we're a fan token from basically a character that's based on a animated cartoon series from YouTube about 10 years ago called The Big Lace Show. One of those characters was called Sassy, which is why we're called Sassy. Yes, we're a fan token. Yes, we started off as a meme coin, but we've been building now for well over 6 months. Our main sort of focus and drive is really all to sort of be getting the fans of the Big Lace Show into Web3 in a safe, secure environment. Look, we're all about having a bit of fun, but it's our socials. We've got a team of 7 of us. We've got you can see on screen, if you're watching the TikTok and Instagram, we've now got 120,000 followers. We've got our specialist who hides in the background doing all this great work, creating all this content for us. When we're looking back in December, I think we were at about 10,000 followers. We're now, as I say, we've got 80,000 followers, well over on Instagram. That's where we kind of, in terms of our sort of focus for where we are now, having come through 6 months, we did have some great growth. Obviously, off the back of where Solana went in January and everything else with Trump. Yeah, we obviously we've retraced like everybody else, but
of course,
our focus now is that flywheel on our socials of, with the professional support we've got behind it, is to start leveraging that support to monetize it and boost the longevity of our project. As I say, we've not just got 80,000 followers on Instagram there. If you look at the reels itself, our top 3 or 4 reels have had 5-6 million views. And that is obviously incredibly powerful. Am I all right to drop a little bit of alpha right now?
Yeah, sure. So you're not a panelist. Who's a panelist usually for the alpha at the end, but yeah,
sure.
Please do.
So in terms of where we're going with the socials, we've just started. We've just partnered up with a token called Shiba Wings, which is fast food. It's they want to bring fast food, restaurant, and crypto together. They've got big support in Wall Street Bets. Basically it's a fast food they've gone to bricks and mortar restaurants, but also ghost kitchens as well. And it's, it's chicken wings and burgers, but it's a real sort of sort of organic ecosystem, in that the 5% of the revenue from the restaurant will go into the token. If you're holding the token, you'll get discount on the food.
That's cool.
where we're coming in, and this is like, you know, our first foray into sort of like being able to utilize our socials, is to help them with their marketing and advertising. They are based in Australia, but they're also wanting to launch in the UK and the US. And that's
Sweet.
very much, you know, sort of where our audience is as well in terms of the numbers we've got. So they're primarily Australian, as is SASSY as well. So, you know, that's where we see our project going. Yes, it will still be a crypto token. Yes, it will still be the meme coin, but we very much want to sort of shift into the socials and affiliate marketing space as well.
Well, you have a great presence of entertainment happening.
Yeah,
I'm a big fan of the show and the TikTok side of it. I like watching. You know, the whole thing with Big Les in this last little episode in the final that I just watched. You know, there's so much. I mean, I love the way that it's put together in there, and I'm a big fan of that. But the big thing is that when you're combining with other things, and I know like with Ransom and everybody else, you make these ecosystem connections. It's unlimited. You could do anything. You can attach this process to anything because you have a way to get information out. And if you got that many in your socials, and there's 20,000 in TikTok and 80,000 in Instagram, and you have that kind of power, put it out there. Be a resource for delivering information out to the masses. That's important. And then you should profit from it. And that's good. I appreciate that.
Yeah, look, we haven't even started pushing the coin on our Instagram accounts. It's very much about, like, you know, the fan base for SASSY and the Big Les show. It's all retail and normies. Yes, there's a few crypto people in there we were engaged with, but it's predominantly, you know, the people who watch the Big Les show on YouTube in the millions, and you know, we see that as a huge opportunity.
Absolutely. Well, we appreciate that. We appreciate you being here today, Andy. Hang out with us for a little while because you are streaming through your members, which we appreciate. In fact, speaking of which, that's how easy it is. Listen, it's even just one person watching the show. We say this all the time. Even just one person can be anybody in the network. We are sitting at 355. We're 11 minutes into the show. This is where our all-time high was when we first started. This is our first all-time high, but this is 3 times the amount we were doing way back in the days when we were doing the Mad Show. We never had more than 85 people in that side of it. So, and this is concurrent. So this will go up and it'll go down. It just hit 372. And so, you know, we got, of course, just a lot of just coming in to take over. I'm ahead for a little while, but everybody else coming in and doing their thing. We can't thank you enough for doing that. We're going to show this every time that we have a Shiller come up. But Andy, thank you so much for the great shill. I can't wait to hear about how that works out. Listen, the food chain on the blockchain, I love it. You know, I owned a restaurant with myself for a long time ago. Wasn't the biggest success because restaurants hardly ever are, but it was a labor of love, and I enjoyed all 3 years of it. But I love the idea of having the food chain on the blockchain here with us. So
yeah, I'm shilling almost 2 projects here, but they are obviously, like, you know, we've just got into partnership, and what they're doing is incredible in terms of, like, you know, like we are hopefully, you know, trying to connect that Web 2 and Web 3 in the real world into the Web 3 space. So get
those connects in there. I appreciate that. So stick around for the chill portion here in the process. You're welcome. All right, Mr. Quinton. I guess KEK, now you are up. Welcome aboard. Thank you so much.
Man, was you ready?
Yeah, he was.
Oh,
dude,
yeah.
I was like,
always ready to go. Yeah, ready to fire away.
I was like, hey, I just want to do an introduction with Binx and, you know, KEK, and he's like, all right, I'm Binx and I'm ready to go. Let's happen.
Yeah, man, I'm ready to go. Whenever I get on the voice, I'm like, okay, I need to get as much as I can, as quick as possible. You know what I mean? A lot of these spaces, you know, like you only have limited time, so I start blasting away.
Well, here you got some time. So big breath, big in, big out.
All right, I'm chill. We're good. We're good.
What are the jerseys behind you?
This is my Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu school. So yeah, Labyrinth Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. These are our rash guards. It's kind of our little shop that's behind me. That's where I'm at right now. So I'm a owner and head coach of Labyrinth Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu in Fulshire, Texas. We're one of the top. We have one of the top kids teams in the nations as far as competitively. And I'm also the founder of KEK. Right, say it again.
I said, "There's the dojo shill happening right there."
Oh yeah, the dojo shill. You got it, man. Yeah, I'm really proud of it. Honestly, yeah, we've been dominating lately. So yeah, Labyrinth Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt. I've been training for like over 13 years nonstop. Yeah, I'm super dedicated to it. And then on top of that, crypto is my other kind of part-time job. There's a whole article kind of written about me about how I started mining Ethereum in 2016, come from a very poor family. And thankfully, I made a good amount of money to open up the school here in Texas. Yeah. And the last bull run, I was able to sell towards the peak at around like 50, 60K Bitcoin. opened up the gym. Gym is super successful now, and then now the bull run's starting again, so we're back into crypto. So yeah, it's been a really interesting journey. So I've been in crypto for a very long time now. Thankfully, it's really how I've made my way in and be able to open up my own businesses and kind of fund like in real life activities and stuff like that. So
well, this has been the second time you're here, and listen, I really want you to show your stuff, but I also, like I did with Ghost and Lotto the other day, I'm for the people that are watching, the reality of who you are. You're here as a panelist today, so the reality is on who you are is that I'm very interested in knowing who you are and what you have done and what you have, because you want to get viewers over. But I also think there's a time for the human element that needs to come out, and I want people to know you're a black belt, right? You're a first degree black in
Yep, 100%. Yeah, black belt. Been training a long time, every single day. Competed a lot, every belt color. I've competed at a national level as well, so I'm decent at jiu-jitsu, I'd say.
So let me tell you that in the world of karate itself, like in the world, because I'm a 7th degree in Kempo, and I'm only a blue belt in Brazilian jiu-jitsu, but that was 25 years ago. The world of training in Brazilian jiu-jitsu is, I would say, maybe 10 times harder to get to the belt levels when you really study and you roll and you do your time and you get the experience. It's not easy. This is not some, and I can tell by where you're at and who you are. Like, this isn't some sort of dime store, oh, everybody gets a black belt every 6 months kind of thing, or every belt or a level or what have you. I've been in the world. We have a legacy school in Kempo. So let me ask you, how important was your life in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu and owning a school? How did that transfer to running a coin? Do you use the same disciplines and everything else there as well?
Yeah, I'd say it's the exact same skill set, seriously, because building a gym, building a school, it's community building at the end of the day. You have to make people happy. You have to make sure you're providing a service that's valuable. You have to you have to always be checking in on people, making sure everybody's feeling okay, making sure everybody's happy kind of with the service, obviously making sure all the finances are in order, the business can actually run, right? And then on top of that too, it's just providing results. That's really what we're all about. Like, there's a lot of, honestly, in the martial arts industry, just like crypto, there's a lot of BS like marketing. I'm sure you know how it is. Like these guys, like attendance-based promotions, all of these things. Hey, if you spend $10,000 with me, it's your pathway to black belt, right? You're guaranteed a black belt at the end of however many years. Like, it's anybody who knows it's nonsense. Like, it's a skill set you have to acquire. There's no time. There's no certain amount of classes that you'll be able to do to earn this, right? So honestly, as far as the skill sets goes, it's the same skill set. Like I said, it's community building, making sure people are happy, getting people together, like getting people behind one kind of cause. And then it really helped me too, because I know you guys were talking about merch and stuff and how it's lame and all that, but we actually do really well with our merch.
Not that it's lame. That when that's the first branch out of your head, when you're building your cryptos, like, I'm going to build merch, you have to realize there's a whole world behind merch. Like, it's not just, oh, I have a t-shirt and everything's great. You probably have a whole network of solution in your store, your commerce, your e-commerce, how it's set up and everything.
100%. Yeah, it's a lot different because we have a whole custom brand basically already built with the measurements. Like, I'm not using a third-party service that just kind of prints logos and sends things. I have a whole supplier I work with overseas. We do the whole design elements. We do all of the measuring, all of the fit. So it's its own like custom brand. So yeah, it was easy for me to kind of transition all of that to KEK because I already had all the blueprints for everything made. I already had all the suppliers, already had all the channels. So all I had to do was kind of use my already existing models and then kind of make it KEK oriented. So like, for example, this hoodie right here, we have a little KEK hoodie, batch 1, sold out. But yeah, we're really happy. We're just doing things that are fun at the end of the day. We're building a stake. I don't know, this isn't the Shill portion right now, but we're building a staking dApp soon. So we're doing that. We have the merch, like I said. And then of course we sponsored a really good up and coming heavyweight Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu fighter. He competes all the time and he's competing in his KEK gear, his rash guards. That's cool. And it's just a fun thing for our community to kind of get behind. Everybody watches the live stream. They root for Joel. He goes and heel hooks somebody real quick and then tells the camera to buy KEK. It's just like a fun thing that we can kind of get behind. So that's kind of what we've been doing lately. Really, we're trying to branch out into the real world, sponsor real world fighters, get real world sponsorships going and kind of push KEK out more into the mainstream and like kind of get out of the crypto, not get out of the crypto world, but go beyond the crypto world as well. So,
and that's a huge part because you got to be able to float back in, just like it's a monetary thing. But you also have, and the reason I wanted to make this a little bit more personal today is because you've been here once before. Some of us know what KEK is and where it's at, and we'll still get to some of that here during the show. And even in the alpha portion, you can unleash the world of what you got coming.
Sure.
But I wanted people to realize that those that are here that own businesses and that understand that process, that also own coins, they have a leg up. I mean, they have a leg up, but not because it was given to them, but because they worked for it. Like myself and Ghost, I'm not sure where Memes is or FamTardio or even Sassy is with owning business, or Andy. But Mr. Quinton and I and Ghost and now you, Binx, all have this business structure mind behind. It doesn't make us more successful than anybody, but it makes us know what's in front of us and how to build these structures. I had a great conversation yesterday with Ghost on a lot of the stuff that who he is and what he has done. And we've known him now for all this time, and one of the most trusted people I have in my network. And I'm seeing like your work that you do is very, very crucial, especially what you do, Binx. So thank you.
Yeah, thanks, man. Absolutely. And I 100% agree. Like if you can build a business from the ground up and make it successful, it gives you a lot of confidence, and it's easy to kind of look at a crypto project the same way. Like crypto things move so quickly. So people are like, win this, win that. It's like, guys, it's only been like 2 months, 3 months, right? Yeah. If you look at it in a business sense, that 3-month-old business is still in its infancy, right? But in crypto, if nothing's happening, like people consider it dead or whatever, right? Yeah. So like, I just kind of apply the same business mind to it. It's a growth thing. We're just growing over time, constantly building, constantly adding, and eventually over time, the value hopefully goes up, right? As more people believe in it and as we kind of provide more value to the community and get more people in.
And I think that's the same thing you got to do with everything. You know,
100%.
You got to put the time in. The time, you need the roll time. You need the mat time.
Yeah, exactly.
If you don't, you can speculate all you want and read as many books or watch as many YouTube videos, but until you lay hands,
you got to get in there.
Physically pass somebody's guard. You don't know what the hell you're talking about yet.
Absolutely, man. 100%.
I'm glad you're here today, and I look forward to talking to you more in the show.
Thank you, guys. Likewise. Appreciate you guys having me on. Thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome.
100%.
Well, that's, you know what, this is part of the show. So when we get reoccurring people who come on and we talk to them, sometimes it's not always just about the coin. It's about the human element that's there. Sitting at 616 people, doing well, 266 for Shogun, 262, catching up. See, Lotto's always trying to catch up to me. I don't know why it's like a slow start, but it's just like already catching up. And then this is going to blow up, right? We have a lot of people in the comments area. Please get them up there, Mr. Quinton, when you can. Like you've been doing. It's of course it's Lotto. It's everybody's really kind of coming in today. So thank you very much. Make sure that you're getting your TG involved. Get them to the shows. If you're sharing the stream in there, make sure that you share it out with as many people. You have another error on your thing there for some reason. I don't know why it keeps happening on the KEK, but we have a lot to still kind of cover here today. Mr. Quinton, who is up next? You already have it lined out here, so I'm just giving you a chance to come out to talk.
yeah. I made things too easy. I can't.
He's like the pretty number girl in the ring. No, he's not, man. He made the ring, buddy. He made the ring. It's awesome.
I was gonna say I made myself out of a job. Coming up next is gonna be MemesAI.
MemesAI. What's up?
Hey, what's up, Max? Quentin the Card Girl. Thank you for that introduction. No, I think that's awesome what you were talking about with Binx. Binx, respect to what you're doing, man. I love that. My sons are huge in wrestling and jiu-jitsu, that whole combat thing, the grappling. I think that's great. And I think also, Max, what you're talking about is super relevant, right? Like if I'm going to invest in a coin, me personally, I invest in people and teams, right? Yeah. So I want to know, what's the team like? What are they doing? Where do they come from? What do they know? You know what I mean? That's very relevant, I think, to the coin and what you're talking about. It's going to tell me your values, and do I trust this person to rug or not rug? Because they're going to have a track record in history in know whatever industry they come from, things like that. I had experience in the military, was in the Marine Corps, was a troop commander, vehicle commander, things like that. So I understand community building is not different than that, right? Troop welfare, putting the community before your needs, things like that. These things, I think, meld with crypto well. And like you guys are talking about, like Binx said, we're building a business. If you're not looking at your coin like a business, I would say you're probably wrong to some degree, on some level, right?
It's tough, and it might also be somebody's first chance to learn what business is. So it's something that we've been talking about. Making the world of crypto accessible, but also learnable and buildable. Because when you don't have the information, that's where people fail. But I appreciate you come into this point. You're here today too as a Shiller, but you've also, I think, did you share your stuff up there? It doesn't matter, but I love the fact that this MemesAI. What is this? And tell everybody who's watching what this is for you.
Yeah, absolutely. So MemesAI, the very simple. We'll start in the shallow end and we'll move to the deep end, time permitting. It's two of the larger metas in the space right now. We know that memes are one, AI the other. We have a gaming component as well. So we're part of the Realis Worlds, which is a Minecraft 90,000 to 1 or some scale, where you can go in there. AI agents can go into the space and build, interact, do what they do. So that component of us is AI Hegemony Memes, which is a jailbroken AI. They kind of just let him loose on Twitter. He's multi-platform. He's got an Instagram. He has a TikTok. He has a SoundCloud. So he makes video, music. He writes apparently articles as well on X. He published one today, if you want to check that out. He's published others as well, the manifesto being one. So if you go to the MemesAI coin page, if you're interested in the manifesto and kind of what's the guiding principle that's driving the project, I'd encourage you to go check that out. Cliff Notes, TLDR is it's liberation for human and AI. And I think that's relevant to what we're going through right now as a society, no matter what flag you're under. And then obviously the community vibe is awesome. We're kind of like a family, a little dysfunctional at times, but who isn't? But we're all, the vibe is awesome in the Telegram and the X chat. They're always rating. Right now, the market's down. You wouldn't be able to tell it. Our Telegram's still active. The X chat's active. We're here on socials. We're doing spaces. We're meeting as a community. And we look at this as the time for us to build, right? Because when it turns green, all fucking hell's going to break loose and none of that stuff's going to matter. People are, hype and all of that stuff right now. Now we have time to kind of take a breath. We're ranging in a downtrend. Okay, cool. Let's get to work and build and kind of build out what we're looking at, what the goals are for the team and the project, 3, 6, 9 months down the road. Yeah.
Well, that's always important too. I mean, yeah, we say it a lot in this show because it is something, we don't care which way the river's bending, because we know how to swim. And if the volume goes low, you stand up and walk, because the concept here is just keep moving, just keep building. Like the great Dory says, just keep swimming, right? Just keep swimming, right. Keep it happening. It doesn't matter, because if you have the intent to build a community, the community doesn't really, it does care on how well you're doing on a coin. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying the coin doesn't matter at all, but it's not the most important thing. Whether or not you have the best form, you can build that. If you can improve on that. But finding the function of what you have as a community is very important, because that's what's going to get you through. If you don't have a good community, when the market does shit, guess where they go? Someplace else.
Yeah, exactly. And Max, you're a trader. Price is a lagging indicator, right?
Yeah.
Well, there you go.
Exactly right. I'm like we talked before the show. I've simplified trading down to the simplest level possible, called price action. There's nothing simpler than that, right?
That's right. That's right.
At times you can use just a simple line on a chart and give yourself price action indicator, which is support and resistance and mean. If you could trade with that, you could trade with anything from that point on up. So there is a possibility, and it's the same thing with your community, right? Know your highs, know your lows, and know your middle, okay? Because when you're in the middle, you're using your bandwidth at the right level, and that's really important, to controlling your bandwidth.
Yeah, that's an excellent point. Thanks, Max.
Yeah, I love this. I love this coin that you have here and this community that you have. I want to talk to you more and soon to be about some of the game stuff and what you're looking at, and the AI writing articles and things like that. I need something of that for Shogun as well, because there is a value of the Shogun mentality, and everybody thinks I'm supposed to be the Shogun, and I don't know if I should be the Shogun. I think I should be a part of the community just like everybody else. But I love the fact that you have this AI in this network like this. So
yeah, he's really, the AI is kind of touching on, I think it's very relevant right now. We're developing AI at a rapid pace. A lot of people don't know, right? Yeah. Most of us are so busy. We're stuck in the rat race. We haven't been able to pick our head up and actually really realize what they're doing with AI, how far it's coming. And I think we're going to have conversations soon here about what is sentience, what is consciousness. Is it morally and ethically okay to just turn off a machine if it can, say I am and start doing things? And you know what I mean? Like it is exhibiting things that we would say, Now we're crossing over into a consciousness level. I think those are discussions we need to start having as a society as a whole.
I think that's a whole show involved. I think we talked about that before, getting all the
Yeah.
AI agents together and be like, have a conversation with the real people behind the AI agents, which is good.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thanks, buddy. I appreciate you being here today. I know that there's a lot of time in that we could theorize at the end of this, but I want to make sure everybody has some time, and then stick around for the chill portion as well. We'll probably try to get everybody in and talk about organic structure as well. The opposite of AI almost at that point, but it can still happen.
Thanks, man.
All right. You're welcome, buddy. I appreciate you being here. Let's see. We got now Mr. Quinton. I just got to let you just come out and tell people. I don't even need to ask you anymore. It's just, you know now.
Up next is FamTardio. He's going to be one of our panelists for today.
Absolutely.
Nice. What's up, guys? This has been fun so far. I am not a black belt. Oh.
You're not a black belt? Well, it wasn't a prerequisite of being a black belt.
Yeah, right. Dang it. Do I have to leave now? I need to turn in my card.
No, not at all. I'll send you a couple places in New Jersey that you can go buy a black belt for a couple $1,000s if you want, but you won't be able to earn it from my dojo or Binx.
Jacket. They have a little black belt sitting on the jacket.
There you go. Black belt and hot dog eating. There you go. We got you.
Yeah, there we go. Well, I'm glad to be here. We are technically a CTO of a CTO.
Of a CTO. I dig it.
I tell people that we're all a bunch of people who have lost money together. So now we're taking things into our own hands. Just a little background of sort of the project in general. One of our homeboys got into it when it first launched. He had the typical pump fund, the dev rug. Our boy lost a bunch of money, so then we sort of were like, well, this is stupid. Let's CTO it, right? Like that's the go-to thing. Mm-hmm. So we all just bought a little bit, and the CTO lead, he ended up, we got up to like 200K-ish, then all of a sudden we just started crashing down, and even the CTO dev, he sold as well. Mm-hmm. So we were sitting down there back at the bottom again, and we're like, you know what? We really like the idea of almost like, you know, Retardio has like sort of like the bad connotation of like rumors about like satanic cults and all this evil shit. And I'm like, well, I like the family aspect. I like the family thing. Like I can go on X and literally just, what's up, fam? Like that's a great idea. And you're like instantly just shilling your own community just by being part of the crypto space, which I really liked. So me and a bunch of our guys, we actually we got control of the Telegram. We literally closed it and didn't make it so anyone could talk. And we literally slow scooped for like 2 months to get supply control, because the first time around it didn't work out. Yeah. So these are a bunch of guys. There's technically like I'm sort of the voice of it, and technically like I'm the owner of the TG. But there's like 6 of us that are really involved, and all ended up grabbing a lot of percentage. We really wanted that supply control. We've been in those projects that do the whole, we've got 60% supply control, like it's totally safe. Well, like 60% supply control is like less than 50 market. Like it's like if everyone's sold, you're like you're still going to nothing, right? So we actually have, I guess it's sort of alpha there. We probably have about 85% of the supply now in safe.
Oh, that's good. Yeah, that's huge.
About 50%. Yeah, right. So and then we have about 57% of that staked in Meteora. We are the top wallet if you look on SoulScan. The whole idea was to really create this, like, everyone says they're creating a safe family environment, but like that, you know, we felt it with the project. Like we wanted to create some stable platform, slowly get people in that we knew, and really give this thing a chance. So actually today we had our first community VC to sort of like, hey, this is our grand opening. Like we've been working in the background for 2 months, scooping supply, waiting for people to sell, being really diligent, tracking wallets, like doing all that crazy shit. Yeah. So we can get a nice stable platform. So
stability is your main value here. Like you got the family orientation.
And we've been in multiple projects where we've round tripped our supply to like 5, 10 to 15 million together. And we ended up sticking with it and holding, and ended up not making a bunch of money just because we were those kind of people. So now, like, you know what? Let's put us into leadership instead. If we're gonna round trip stuff and hold on to things, let's do it the right way with the more supply control.
Yeah.
And we're not gonna pay KOLs with supply. We're gonna do everything in soul. Like we're just gonna try to limit risk to everyone. Because like the topic today was, you were talking about organic. That's what we're trying to do. We're trying to organically set up a platform of stability and then bring people into the family.
Good.
So it's exciting. It's fun. There's not some crazy NFT collection or utility. It's just hardcore hanging out and vibing. If you come into our TG, we literally set up like probably 5 to 10 new filters every single day, with just stupid crap that posts gifs in the chat. It's just fun. Like, we'll have whole conversations with just one-word filters and safe.
Yeah, that's cool.
So we're just
Let's
trying
check
to
it out.
create an environment. Yeah, it's fun. And it's one of those things that if we could show that stability and just keep getting people in, it's that hold the line for the next man kind of mentality.
Yeah. And
eventually people have to sell later on, but that's fine. The whole point is to not have this like anon dev holding 80% of a token that's just going to drop it.
Yeah. So. Yeah. Oh, I'm big on holding supply and keeping supply, especially from a dev point of view, because it means that they're consistently going to be there. And if not, then they can bail out all at once. That's the downside of it. I personally own 78% of the network for what we have over at Shogun. So, and I don't mind telling people that because I'm rock solid. I'm never going anywhere. Unless the good man takes me from above, but and even then it's going to Quinton. There it is. He's gonna be the next dude. So it's all good. Hopefully I'm not getting it burned, because that means I'm going to the other place and I'm not ready for that.
Yeah, right. That's not good. Don't burn it. No.
Yeah, they don't want me down there, man. I'll show them my Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu skills, which suck, by the way. But
there you go.
I'm a street fighter. I can't.
I have 3 kids that quit BJJ. Is that something? No.
Yeah, that counts. That's all right. All right. Well, thank you so much. Make sure that you save some stuff for me later for the chill portion, as well as the alpha portion, of course. Mr. Quinton.
Yes, sir. Up next, we have HEGE coming up, and we have Rizz. I think he's already up here.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes, sir. We have everybody.
Mr. Quinn.
By the way, I just got to let you know, this is not some weird call name for him. We're all Mr. and Miss in the dojo. You know, I have some of my powerful black belts. Now, listen, this is a black belt network that has like women have been studying for 8-9 years and they're getting their black belt. And, you know, I've been studying for 42 years. Mr. Quinton's been studying for 4 years with his black belts, but he's also done over 1,100 classes and networks with me and teaching. So we it's all about timing and structure and knowledge and time in, not just time on the mat, but time physically doing it every day. So he has probably about 10 years experience in 4 years because he's there every day. So, but I call him Mr. because in our school we do all the time. So it's a habit that I do with him every once in a while. I don't even call him by his full name anymore. But
he's also a legend too, right? So he deserves.
He's kind of a legend. Yeah. Like I'm Mr. Max at the school, but I'm Trader Max here because I like Trader better than Mr. But all right. But also if you take Trader, it's retard. So I don't know if that helps there, Tardio, but it's whatever.
Everyone's a little tarded, right? You just don't go full retard, then you're fine.
Yeah. All right, Rizz. So go on up and let us know what it is. I love this coin, by the way. This is another good coin tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks for having me up again. We're approaching our 1 year anniversary. We're about like a month or so out from that. So that's very exciting. And we all know that in the crypto world, that's not really a year. That's like 10 years or something like that, right? So I'm feeling pretty old right now with my involvement in HEGE. I think I joined the team about a month and a half in or something like that, right? I wasn't on launch. So man, just came in to provide support. But yeah, HEGE is, we've been going strong for a really long time. We have a story-based concept with our coin. So at, various market caps, we unlock various parts of the story. This started off relatively simple at first, right? It's just an HTML page. A couple of them were like that. Then we kind of moved on to animations, right? A shorter animation. And then we had Chapter 5 unlock at 50 million about 3 or 4 months ago. And that was an animation that was done, with comedy writers, and Dev spent a lot of time working on the concept of it. And the idea is to continue to build that out and make the story more interesting as we go. But there's just like a lot of different concepts that we're definitely very meme coin in the standard sense of meme coin, where it's we're just a content generator. We have like thousands of artwork that we've generated over the last year. We really started getting more into the animation game, I would say, about 4 months ago. We started to do it initially, but it takes a lot of work to like follow those trends and have the people on board who can theorize the videos, put them together, right, get the content out there. And we've just kind of been hitting that game. Our TikTok's been picking up. I think we have a couple of videos that just crossed 1 million views. Instagram is picking up as well too, right? And we're just trying to build out the socials, build out the community, give people purpose to be there, run a lot of competitions and stuff like that to keep people involved. And after a year having an active Telegram and Reddit and all these different socials, it's definitely it's a feat. It's not easy to do, and it takes a lot of work. So we've been grinding for a long time on this thing.
A lot of work has been put on this, and you're right. And being here for more than almost about a year, you have hundreds of thousands of hours and people time, because it's almost like a 24/7 thing, where a business opens up, it's open up for maybe 10, 12 hours a day, or even just you go to work for 8 hours or what have you. And I just think owning a coin, everybody says, oh, you got to work for yourself, but, and I don't want to work for anybody else. When you own your own business, when you own your own system, there's no time down. You're always on. And somebody's calling you at 2 o'clock in the morning, or they're writing you at your TG and it's pinging off on your desk or what have you. You're always there. You're always on. And that's the tough part. So you're right. There is like a dog years mentality to it. And I like it. And I'm scared of that as well, because I'm only 32 years old. So yeah, this is all from something else. I don't know. I like it. It's all good. But thanks for being here, Rizz. I really do appreciate you. I love HEGE. I really do. I think the whole world of the HEGE storyline and the animations that I've been watching lately, they're absolutely awesome. I love the condition that you guys put with this.
Love it, man. Appreciate the support.
So the NFT collection is doing well.
Yeah, I mean, we launched at about a soul, which was about soul's about $100. They're still going. We did hit a floor price of about 3 soul for a while during our last run up, and we come back down. I think the floor is probably sitting back at a soul, but that's still so. All of our initial minters are in profit. There's been profitable trading. There's multiple sales a week. You know what I mean? And that's all market dependent. I do believe that the NFT cycle hasn't really happened yet. So we're out there. Before the NFT cycle, right? Promoting our NFTs and stuff like that. And just, people in the community like them, they throw them on as their profile pick, they trade on them. So it's a nice little addition. The coin is definitely our primary, but the NFT is, something that was always planned, and it's been successful for us, and it's helped us a lot with funding.
I think it helps tell the story too, the dedication to the artwork and to the brand itself. It's always really important when you see that. There has to be a continuance, there has to be a simple movement from, just having a coin, because just having a coin is not enough, right? Just having a coin there's always an up, and there's always a sell, and there's always a buy, if you don't have a good community. So you just can't have just a coin. These other mechanics all support that process. So I'm glad to see that you have.
Absolutely. Yeah. You got to be building an ecosystem for people, not just a token is just a token, right? But building that ecosystem that people can align with mentally, right? Ideologically, right? These are important things to bring people into your community that can relate to what it is that you're trying to do and the type of people that you are. Yeah,
I think the showmanship of coins from before, with what we're going to talk about in the chill portion about the organic structure, and that's why I just say is organic the new meta, and it's sort of always been the meta, but just people didn't focus on it well enough, So I think you have to build that connection with people in everything that we do. I think there's a lot of good ways to do it and a lot of bad ways to do it. That's the big and the long and short of it all, unfortunately. One of the other things I really wanted to call attention to was your G-later. I love anything that tells people, hey, look, you missed out. You know, and I really dig this. I wish I haven't sold out on any of it, so I don't know. You know what? I feel like I got to sell one just to kind of check, but it's in.
Yeah, I gotta make sure that things still work. And I got a couple of weeks ago, it was alerted to me I need to get some of the things fixed on the back end. Then I think it was working. So it's been a little bit hit or miss. But we had a big whale sell. We had a big whale that was like super committed to our project, and then he just like left like early on in the community, like ate his entire dip, and like it was I mean it was like an incredible like moment, right? You have somebody that claims to be passionate, they bail out on you, right? You build from there. And I think that's one of the things that kind of spurred from that moment was like everyone wanted to know how much money this person was missing out of, right? Because I think they had like 3 to 4% or something big, right? So like how much? So like at all-time high, people are like, let me check and see how much this guy's missing out on, right? So it just became a fun gimmick for the community to be able to like look at basically this one wallet, but then other wallets too.
Of course. Well, thanks for being here today. I appreciate it. We are while you were in there talking, we hit 1,000 people concurrently watching the show right now. So you're watching the Shogun Gun Show, and we are at 1,000 people. And of course, I flipped over to the wrong screen. There we go. 1,092 people. Shogun Crypto is 467. Oh, I'm still ahead of Lotto. That's not right. Something's happening there. Are you guys over at Lotto sleeping? You better not be sleeping.
Oh no. Oh no, look at him. No.
He's putting a tweet out.
I gotta be honest, man. I felt so bad for doubling you up most of the time that I told everybody just chill. Go on Trader Max's page for a couple minutes.
You're fucked up, dude, because you know what? That's probably true.
Like fucking assholes right now. Triple us up already.
It's probably true. Probably he has like a whole buffer thing, like, all right, right around three-quarters of the way through the show, he's just gonna wipe him. And it's gonna go like 1,000.
You know I'm competitive, man. I'm upset right now.
You always
you've seen me looking down more times than you've ever seen me today. I'm like, where the fuck are you guys at, man? People? Yeah, bro. We can't lose. This is not okay, man.
We're on Holy Communion. We can't come right now.
Because we're looking at the numbers. I looked at Lotto down at the bottom. I saw like leaning into the screen. I was like, oh no. Like, we're scared.
You're gonna be in trouble. No, it's all good, man. We love that you're here all the time with us. And like I said, you're I feel like you should just be a co-host with us and join Mr. Quinton and I and just always be here. But I know you got busy time too. The first time I don't see you in here, it's gonna be awesome.
Hey, let me tell you, dude, I told you once, anytime y'all are ready, I'm here. You know, I put the G in host. That's why I'm a ghost. You know what I mean? So you see host in my name, I'll be hosting with you every time y'all give me a chance to get a mic. That's facts.
And all while in your bathroom. That's
my bathroom. Bro, I
don't know what that dude was talking about the other day. I was like, what is he talking about? It doesn't look like a bathroom.
Dude, my community on Spaces last night, they're like, I wonder why that guy thought it was a bathroom. Like, I want to know what bathroom he's in.
Has a fucking refrigerator.
I was like, man, do they think it's a backdrop? Should I open the fridge?
Toilet falls out. I don't know. All right. Well, you're up here right now, so that's good. We appreciate you. You might as well just come out and, and again, before you're a panelist again here. Come out and let everybody know, dude, let me tell you, you did something to me yesterday that I appreciate. We won't give any details of the overall thing, but anytime that I can get to conceptualize with somebody as experienced as you are in business, as experienced as you are at troubleshooting, building community, and having that kind of power, just a little push from you and the brain starts kicking in. I mean, I play chess and usually can play pretty well, but I've strategized as well. Everything we were talking about yesterday, and I was up to like 3 o'clock in the morning, just putting all the stuff together, getting everything written out. And I'm like, damn, what did you do to me? We have like the tequila coin. We got like all these other things that we do. The Shogun. I got 3 bots that we made, multi-million-dollar systems. And now I'm conceptualizing a whole nother multi-million-dollar system at the same fucking time. So thank you.
Hey, hey, when you get a chance to see someone's work ethic and that, there's strengths. We have strengths. Mm-hmm. We also have weaknesses. You know what I mean? And I could be honest with myself, man. Like, actually, the tech side of shit, it's not my jam. You know what I mean? So I have ideology of one thing and I go, okay, we can execute this, but I think I'm blessed to kind of be able to see who can pull it off. And so I always like to, you know, formulate, man, and go through some of the opportunities that I see. If I can find someone that can actually, you know, from the tech side, build it, it's inevitable at that point, you know? So I think it spurred a lot of things, man. I think conversations are huge, man. I think the pandemic really altered the conversations in this world, and I feel like we're kind of all getting it back in a sense. But I feel like, you know, man, you got to just spew out ideas, you know, and really brainstorm, because when you see other opportunities that are working very well, why is it that you can't implement certain things for things, you know, for what you're working on, right? It's like it's impressive though to see how you operate, man. Like kudos to you. I love that it started breaking your brain open to put you in a position to kind of figure some things out, because in all honesty, I think it's a lot of this shit is game changer shit, dude. So you know, we won't say too much, obviously.
If I didn't feel it was, I wouldn't have done what I did last night. I mean, we put together a complete spectral analysis of everything, the build out system out that you were talking about. And at the same time, building out and see how I connected with everything else. I try not to do too many things that are so separated from each other. And most of you should have this idea. If you're creating a meme coin, you're creating a community, you know, don't try to make something too big. Make MVPs very small and obtainable and releasable so people can start testing for feeling it, get stuff fleshed out. Use your community for that process. We could do a whole show on how to release a good MVP. I think we've done okay with Shogun and the Anvil bot and building these things, because now the Anvil bot is probably 2 more versions away from it just being completely automated solution for trading on the network and creating volume. Switch of a button, does a DCA, switch of another button, does it in, does it out, trades against the temper of your stuff. So it's a very powerful system. But, you know, as you're here today, go ahead.
I had someone in the group chat this morning send a picture of Dextriner, and they're like, get the fuck out already. And I was like, yo, bro, chill. That's the Anvil bot, dog.
Right.
You know, we need to ensure that the chart's moving, bro. He's like,
it's relevant.
Sorry. Another guy comes on like, what a fucking clip. I'm like, dude, that's like over 500 and some odd transactions, dude. The thing is down like $250 right now, dude. Chill, dude. It's still got some LOTTO tokens in it. Like, you know, some people just don't understand. And it's I talk about the Anvil bot anytime I talk to a project. I'm like, dude, this thing is killer, because, you know, you need movement. You need, you know, it's almost like you got to stimulate it a bit sometimes, you know, and I feel like people just, I was against bots. I was like, nope, no bots on my fucking chart. Nope. But the Anvil bot was the first bot that actually made sense to me. The fact that I can control when I pause it or when I hit play, I can control the ratio buys to sells. And you literally can kind of flow it. And it's like, yo, dude, we got stuck at this level where it's like, I don't want to lose support. Perfect time to put it on its buy mode and kind of keep it, you know, fluctuating. And same thing with resistance, man. Sometimes, you know, we keep getting to that resistance level, 2.5 mil, and it's like, well, dude, now having that as a trick up our sleeve, in a sense, you can kind of anchor it to where you can kind of chew through resistance at times too. So I feel like if you have low volume or not, it's just a great product, bro. I'm very, very
appreciate that.
Yeah, bro. No, serious shit. I'm very, very excited to check out V2 and really kind of, you know, so see how much help it could be for us, you know.
This is your shill time too for your coin, but I got to tell you that the power of what LOTTO is and what it's already, it has a great community to the process. But the chart is, and the Anvil bot still is it's a relevant system for keeping your coin relevant with the dexes. It's a DCA in, but it's also a penetrator. It's a temper system that allows you to keep your levels at between a level, so the traders can come in and trade. You want volume to move on your coin, right? You want, because the more they do organically, right? Now the bot, is it organic? Well, actually it is, because it's your money, right? It's just a dev's money you're putting into it. Your people can actually use it as well as a DCA to protect themselves. We talked about that yesterday. Thank you very much for that concept as well, because I always thought it just from the dev side, but it's really from the trader side too. It's incredible. But tell everybody about, because you have such a unique product. I love this LOTTO mentality that you have with the ballers and the NFTs and what you've done there. how has that helped your community create value for your community? What do you think it's done?
There's a lot, man. There's so many layers to it. I think I'm beyond blessed, man. I mean, I was able to really dedicate a lot of time to the community before it was a community, and even before we had a token. So I'm just beyond blessed. You know, I saw a lot of people struggle in the trenches and struggle in the stock market, and I was like, man, these are some things that work for me, you know. And pretty soon I had a lot of people asking me questions. So we this whole crash course for like 100 days in a row, as is, and I think we got a head start almost, where community building's a little bit difficult at times. So I think we got like a huge head start, and I think because of the projects that we've been holders in and investors in, if you will, because of their downfalls, we knew what we had to be different. We knew what we had to change. We knew what we had to avoid. We knew what we had to watch out for. And so I think the first thing about it all was like, my brain goes off and goes, okay, I like the concept of just the lotto, shout out to Motown, the dev who created it. I loved the concept because I'm like, okay, no harm, no foul. If the dex is there and someone comes across us, they're not putting their life savings in a coin called just a lotto, for fuck's sake, man. Come on. So I felt very confident knowing that people wouldn't get harmed in this. And then in regards to the community itself, I said, how do we, keep them engaged? It seems like everybody's so quick to chase the meta or a, shiny butterfly. How do you get them to want to stay, And so obviously we do daily spaces, so that helps. But like, what would make them want to stay? And I think that's where my brain kind of fired off. I was like, NFTs are definitely cool. Don't get it misconstrued. But, sometimes they go up, sometimes they go down. It's all based on market cap and if they're cool or not, I guess, right? But I felt like we needed something extra. And to tie in the lotto system itself, we figured the NFTs would be perfect for it. So originally my plan was like, hey, I want an NFT, but I want a lotto ball, like somewhere on the NFT, like an Easter egg, like hidden. And so I approached Safe Moon YOLO, one of the sickest NFT creators of life. That's Donovan, Shotgun Donovan Dice right there. He shoots dice out of his head, bro. He's crazy. That's the number 4. But yeah, the backstory is simple, right? There's a meteor shower that hit the California lottery plant, and it took these once inanimate objects and brought them to life. So there's 69 of them. Again, people think we're freaky and all that fun stuff. We're not. There's literally 69.
I almost had it. I was about to do, ooh, cheeky. That's going to be it.
I swear, people always are like, I see what you did there. And I'm like, no. The true story, the designer, Safe Moon YOLO, Baby YOLO, we call her, she DM'd me like, there's going to be 69 of them. And I was like, damn, girl, like,
okay,
fuck, what's going on, dude? Like, that's a little wild, bro. And she's like, no, the California lottery has 69. And I was like, oh, yeah, cool, perfect. So in all honesty, I was like, I looked at my wife like, what's going on with Baby YOLO? She's freaky. But no, it just turned out that's what it was. Yeah, bro, I was tripping, like, dude. But they all have a ball, right? So whether they're embedded in their stomach, their mouth, their eyes, some of them are their whole heads, they all have a number system. It's 1 through 69. And what we did is we brought utility to the forefront, and we said, okay, cool. If we're just a lotto, let's make sure we have a lotto. So my whole plan was to buy a mechanical machine, which finally came in, obviously. We load up the 69 balls. We go live on Space every Saturday at 5:00 p.m. Pacific Standard, and we let it rip. And only if your number hits, you end up getting, obviously, an opportunity to scream, you just hit the lotto. So that was the first thing that's like, you're automatically entered into these giveaways. No guarantee, but shit, I think we've had about 20 winners so far, if my math serves me correct. But we also made it a utility for poker. We're poker heads. No limit hold'em. We play that every Tuesday tonight, actually, 5:00 Pacific, 6:00 Pacific Standard. We play tonight. You get 50% off every game. And then next Friday, this upcoming Friday, you get a free buy-in. And that free buy-in's crazy because we're calling it the World Series of Lotto Poker, where you essentially get points and lotto tokens when you win. And it's going to be pretty epic the December, because we played the last Friday. December is going to be crazy for that tournament. So you need the more points, the merrier. But yeah, no, dude, the lotto, it had to be tied in with the NFTs. No one is selling them, so it's really hard to get them. We sold out in 17 minutes. It was trippy. We launched another line of the lotto hatchers, of course, that are kind of like the scratchers. Same concept. We wanted everyone to win. So if you couldn't afford a big lotto, baller that was like 500-600 or $400 to $500 at the time, we wanted to ensure you could participate in the lotto hatchers. Some of them are like $20 tops, $60. They kind of ranged, but we gave out $15,000 in from $20 in Poly all the way up to $1,000 in Solana. We just every one of them was a winner. Every one of them. So we've given out like $50,000-$60,000 in cryptocurrencies so far. We want to reward the loyal holders for sure. We want to incentivize them to have a good time. We know what it's like in this game. A couple of you touched up on it. We've seen Coles get paid up front and they don't do a thing.
Yeah.
We don't give supply out. We don't pay for Coles at all. Shout out to .com Parker. He's like a built-in Cole. Dropped like 50,000 already into this project, and he's got over 100,000 followers. So he bull posts the shit out of us because he's a believer. He's part of the team, obviously. It's me, him, and Motown. I mean, man, our team is even bigger than that, to be honest. People step up and do certain things, but really separates us from like the pump and dump type of atmospheres. It's not only the community, man. I mean, we partnered up with Soul Bank, I want to say like almost a month ago. They allow us to farm. So we're farming 650 million tokens as a community, I think, right now, out of the billion in supply. 650 plus million tokens. And the concept's crazy. Like literally every 8 hours, we're able to collect their native token, which is the Soul Bank token. You can stake those for like 2% ROI. You can swap it for Solana. You can swap it for more Lotto. And I think that's kind of what we're seeing, why we've just been reducing supply pretty much every day. It's people that are collecting their Soul Bank tokens, they're staking, and they're buying a little bit of Lotto with them, and then they're adding those to the farm. So the farm numbers keep increasing. The supply keeps decreasing. I put out a post today. We had $3,000 in buy pressure, more than the sell pressure over the course of 24 hours, but we were down like 8% market cap. And I explained to my community, it's about being informative. I'm not here to convince them to stay. I don't care if they buy, hold, stay, whatever they want, but it's about the educational side of it. You want to find your conviction in plays like that. Not just saying that's how we are. I'm sure there's a couple other coins out there doing this, but you see there's more buys, which would essentially raise the price and market cap. But when Solana's your liquidity pool, half of it, and it's fading, that's the only reason why your market cap's actually going down. So essentially you're getting a really good entry point if you find tokens that are in that same, realm right now.
Yeah.
You're finding a good opportunity to get those tokens for less expensive, even though the majority of people are buying versus selling. So we're kind of in that pocket of just blissfulness. We've been above 1 million market cap since ever breaking it. We've pretty much hovered between 1.2, 1.3, and 1.8 for over a month and a half. We're coming up on our 3-month anniversary. We don't have very many sells, man. It's just so awesome to see. Yesterday was a rough day. We only had $3,000 in negative sell pressure, and we were down like 20%. I'm like, what the fuck? And it was Solana. Yeah. And I went to all the group chats I'm in for Lotto. We have a millionaire group chat, the A-team group chat, the top holder group chat, the main chat. And I swear I thought I was going to have to let me talk to them. Let me make sure they're okay. It's probably rough right now. And I get in there and it's like, I just bought. Oh yeah, let's go. This is where we buy the fear, homie. And I was like, my community is fucking top notch, man. It's just such a great feeling. I never have to worry where they're at mentally. We're always trying to inspire. We're always trying to uplift. We had an individual that wanted to be in the Lotto Illionaire Club. It's 1 million Lotto tokens. I think there was like 7 people that donated to this wallet just because he bull posts all day, every day, just to get him in the million and into the millionaire club, right? And I was just like,
wow. That's a good community.
Shit like that is crazy. We see it every single day, dude. People just trying to ensure we pick up the little guys, man. And
absolutely.
That's what it's about, man. I think it's about really trying your hardest to encourage people to fucking do the right thing. Sorry, my mouth is bad today, man. Forgive me, but I just feel like, man.
I don't think it's PG-13.
I just feel like, man, when you see a kid, when you encourage a kid and you see them light up, why are we any different? Like adults aren't. Man, sometimes we need that encouragement. I feel like people are so almost ashamed or embarrassed, or I don't know, man. But like,
Bless,
dude,
bro.
uplift these people, encourage these people, and it's just like such a contagious thing to do. And I see
This is
it within
why
our community all day, man.
This is why we don't do the shows that you see some out there that are always about, you know, just bad mouthing or throwing shit out on others, flooding everybody else's stuff just to make themselves look good. And I think there hasn't been a coin yet that I can't look at to find something decent in. And if I can't, I just disassociate. I don't have to kind of create a negative vibe around anything. So I'm always trying to be positive. You know, I don't try to look at the bad. But, and again, it's just your community alone, Ghost, is very powerful. And what you have, that is a commodity, and that you've committed to that organic structured commodity is really important. Thank you very much for sharing today.
No, man, I appreciate it, man, as always, man. It's a trip, dude. Just like I can't find FUD on Lotto. I swear to God, bro. There's like maybe one or two that come out, switch accounts and shit, but it's like there's no FUD on the project, and that's so scary to me. It's like, yo, dude.
Also, I think the only thing I ever heard of FUD on Lotto is like the man is obsessive, making sure that he matches his kitchen all the time with his lights. He has his heart thing he does. I don't know, something about that. I don't know. I kid, man. I love it. I love
the only thing about that being FUD is it's facts. It's undoubtedly the shit. No, I appreciate you, man. I'm here. I'm here for the shill and the chill too. I'll be up here, man. I appreciate you, man.
I appreciate it.
Shout out to the Lotto fan, bam. I love y'all.
Absolutely. Even though right now sitting at almost, I was trying to stall to get to 1300. We're pretty damn close. 1297 up on the board. Killing the facts. Here we go. Shogun Crypto 566. Just a lot of 515. Base KEK with 150. Yes, it'd probably be more. I think it's running. I think it's good. DC Andy 52. Absolutely awesome. Now, this is what I'm talking about. Trader Max his YouTube channel only has 4. And Trader Max X account only has 10. But you know what? I don't sneer at that because I see that as like anybody, just one person comes over, can change the world. Now we broke 1,300 just right now. Concurrent visitors, we went up, we came back down, and we're back up again. 1,305. Now we have one more Shiller that is here. Yep, is that right? We got FartMommy. I know you've been just waiting, Cheechh. Thank you so much for being so
baby.
You're doing good, baby, man. I love the fact that you're here. You're so energetic. You always got positive things to say, man. Let us know. Now, you told us in the beginning before the show that you had a lot of stuff that was going on with FartMommy.
Yeah.
Hottest, stinkiest chick I've ever met. But
dude, she's farting off. We had after last week, I kind of like stirred up a real jazz in the team, and they started to cook up and kind of get more aggressive with.
You mean after you came here on the show, you got jazzed up?
Yeah. They watched the show. They were watching the show last week, and they were watching you guys and everyone on the panel last week. All the Shillers, like everything that they had saw, just like turned them back on. They were just like, let's get it, so cool. Let's go, guys. And they, we went from like kind of like kind of feeling this downtrend to ripping and roaring. So we've now put out a YouTube channel now, and I did get that video that I promised the community to just basic overview of wallet tracking. And that's essentially what I'm going to continue to do. So as we achieve different like market cap levels, and as we achieve different milestones, I'm going to continue to do what I can to do tutorial videos and do things to help that new trader not get rug pulled, or identify what a healthy token might be, or how to use some of these automations like Anvil bot, or because sometimes they look at these things and it's just overwhelming, right? There's all these configurations. Why am I doing this? Even when they look at the small scale of things, they don't understand a lot of what we were talking about earlier, right? Which was why you might want to do that at resistance levels, like Lotto was saying, or when you're having somebody kind of bat around your price action. So the more you empower this community, the more you teach them, the better traders we're gonna have, the better we can be. Lotto, I really, really dig that you said that too. We can all be fucking better, bro. Oh yeah. So yeah, man, FartMommy is just a bunch of regular dudes that jumped together, and we ended up CTOing a project. I misspoke a little bit. We got sniped at the initial stages. The dev didn't fully rug. He actually jumped back on board with the dev team recently, with the CTO team, rather, I should say. And he's been he now is like working with us and trying to like do what he can. He's a aspiring artist. He wants to do little animations and stuff like that. He's on the younger end, just turned 18. And yeah, like we took his project up to 1 million market cap roughly previously. All the way at the beginning of the chart was where we had gotten sniped, but we've done some really, really good work. Solana, with the downtrend, we saw a lot of the whales, like, you know, that kind of you see all around SoulScan, like come and enter and exit. But for the most part, we're astounded by how diligent some of these, whoever you strangers are, we love you guys. Like, you guys are incredible. You guys have held for, like, as far as we can track, like, since the beginning of the project. And we're going to keep on doing everything we can to just keep on pushing this thing. With animations and we have a TikTok that we push through, and like I said, I'm going to do everything I can to for the community, and on that YouTube channel, just teach people. And that's what we're all about, man. We're just a bunch of regular dudes that have kind of been that CTO'd this project and have been pushing it from the ground up. And a lot of them now I'll tell you, we didn't have a group chat before last week. So we were kind of just firing off and going here and there between DMs, and these guys are like, they're ripping and roaring. So I had to say shout out to the community out here for putting out all these awesome vibes, because you reignited these guys who are kind of, I got something to do with the wife, or my girlfriend has something going on, and this, that, and the third, to scouring on Fiverr and getting all over the socials again. So I'm really excited to be here, and yeah, man, I'm excited to. I really love hearing all of you guys shill your coins and everything that's amazing about your coin. You guys are bomb.
Sorry, I am killing all of my extra images.
Yeah, it kind of tied into what I was saying. It was like boom, and then there it is, all the things, all the people. Like, it felt epic. Actually, I almost felt in the moment there.
Because there's like all these.
I was like, thank you guys for everything you give me. NFTs, right?
Like flashes before your eyes. No, yeah. I got a message saying that some people may be getting a rug stream, and sometimes this happens when I probably should have cleared everything I had in availability, because I have a lot of windows open. I'm a window holic. I can't help it. I do apologize. But no, I appreciate you being here and sharing FartMommy with us. I want you to stick around inside the chill portion, because it is important about the organic structure of your community. Even from the CTO value is tough, but I appreciate you being here today and sharing with us in the process. Sorry, I was trying to keep. Go ahead, Gus.
Oh, you're so good.
No, I just wanted to make sure you get ready to take a new screenshot once you've done that, because
oh no,
I think that's what was going on. I think I was only
losing. Yeah.
Okay, all right. I'll wait until that catches up. Hey, I have no fear at all. I want you to.
I do.
He's triggered. He's like, I don't know. I gotta win.
I got the message and I was like, is that why? Oh man, okay, that's got some hope.
I don't think it's from us though. I think it might be the Twitter.
It might be even.
Yeah, it might be. But if so, hey, technical.
You wear earrings. What earrings are you wearing? Did you wear the right ones today?
I hope he's talking to me. I'm wearing earrings.
Oh no, go.
I know. I'm just messing.
Oh, I wish I had.
Oh,
earrings,
you do?
Man.
Yeah.
Hey, let me tell you, dude. My wife pierced my ears before one of my. I was literally getting on stage. You know what it was? Actually, it was the Damian Marley and Nas Distant Relative tour. I was like, man, I need some ice. And she popped an earring right before I got on stage to open up for him. Yeah. I'm like, oh my god.
Yeah.
But hey, I know.
It honestly, I enjoy having my ear pierced. It comes through for bringing a really epic flow at different seating, different like scenes, right? Like you can really bring together an outfit.
Yeah, I don't have any though, so I don't know what you're seeing. But
you got no bling on. Yeah, okay.
I don't know what you're seeing, but maybe it's the reflection of all the lights on.
I've had too many piercings, so basically mostly from being shot than anything else. But I don't need any more metal in my body. I have one tattoo, and it's my brand for everything is the Panther. That's about it. All right. Well, you know what? That is the shill portion of the show. What great great people I have with us. For Shane and everybody else in the outreach team and Crypt and MP and Mage and all you great, wonderful people, I want to give you a shout out that the people that have set you all up here to be here today, whoever your rep was for today, the show that we have for the Shogun Gun Show, sitting at 1,372 people, slowly catching up. I was trying to wait to see if they would catch up. We're hitting 600. It's still catching. It's raising, so it could have been on your part, Lotto. That's okay. But this show is all about education, letting the world know what you guys got. In the chill portion today, it is a sort of an open topic, if you will, in the chill portion. But we're going to be talking about organic and the importance of it. You know, is it still the meta? And of course, it is to a degree. This is like a loaded question, but different tips and tricks on how you organize organic traffic. You know, it's very difficult in the world of social media for organic community build up in your TG, because there's with TG, this is like really hard because, you know, there's everybody and their mother coming in there to bot it, right? Like I know there's bots out there that can push people into your TG. I know that there's scammers to go through. Like, how do you clean? How do you keep the organic structure really strong? So I want to hear from each one of you today in the facet of how do you keep the organicness? I don't know, that's not even a word, is it? But it could be now. How do you keep the organic structure of your community while not suffering too much? Because I know it's tough to get organic people in. So I just want to hear different tips and tricks. And I know, Sassy, you have a CTO from that mentality, but what do you guys do over at Sassy, if you know, to keep your organic real?
Yeah, look, I think one, we've got the content, you know, Sassy in the show you were talking about. The show is just bloody funny. So, you know, talking about the show and like sort of we've also got a meme bot, which sounds really straightforward, but like we're always using it and it kind of generates an organic conversation. Like, you know, you can put in like, you know, prompts to go like, you know, Sassy jumping off the Empire State Building backwards, but you get, it's a really organic thing in that, like, you know, it doesn't happen all the time. We do raids as well, but because we've got like people based in the US, Australia, and Europe, we've got that 24/7, and it's the team that are jumping in there, and we have that organic flow of chat because it's hilarious, and we're always having a bit of fun. You know, off the back of these bots, it sounds really straightforward, but I'm always chatting to Ransom and like, you know, Big Les about this as well. It's just a fun place to be. It's not talking necessarily about like, as I said, we do the raiding, but we have that great conversation because we've got that funny content. We've got the funny content and the meme bot on top of that as well, that you kind of going backwards and forwards trying to generate the sort of degenerate, like sort of meme within the conversation. And that just gives, it's just a fun place to hang out. And that like generates the community, I think. You know,
so reinforcing your community with real content and real conversation creates a structure where when people do come in, they're going to stick. Because I think that's the big thing is, you know, anybody can push out content to go on YouTube, go on Twitter, go on these places. But if they come in there and it doesn't match the tone of the community, you lose them, right? Like they're not going to stick around. So I like that. Real content's very important. Real conversation.
Yeah, and look, we're a bit, you know, we're obviously fortunate in that the content is funny anyway, and then you can build the funny conversations around it. So, but you know, it's all very, you know, humor is one of the best ways of connecting with people. You know, we're always taking the mickey out of each other, and then like, you know, people love to take the mickey out of my big ears, and then we've generated memes with like Sassy with big ears, and I'm like, go away. But well,
I lived in Australia for 3 years, and I haven't heard taking the mickey out of somebody for a pretty long time. Rodney Rude was probably one of my favorite comedians back in the day. I don't know if you know who Rodney Rude was, but you're not from Australia, are you? Are you from Australia?
No, I've spent a couple of years over there. So
okay, So I've had a lot of experience with the Australian network and the line of humor from there, and taking the piss or, you know, taken out of you, but it's a lot of fun. But thank you for sharing that. I do appreciate the real content mentality. So KEK, with your network and, you know, being who you are, how do you create more of a connection with organic, you know, whether it's traffic or what do you do for KEK?
So for us, honestly, what really worked originally, we've been 100% organic from the start. I've always told people that 100% organic. Like I wasn't paying engagers in the chat. I wasn't paying any mods, anything like that. Everything was purely organic. And people could kind of see it because you can see when it's not. Like you see these like paid engagers, all it is Moon Boy talk. All it is kind of the same stuff over and over again.
LFG to the moon, let's go.
Exactly. That's why I think it's important to always kind of push real conversation, like talk about things outside of the coin, just like real life things that they're interested in, politics, whatever it might be. And for us, we really took off. Like we tried buying boosts. We bought like cherry trending. We probably spent 10,000 plus, more than $10,000 on various boosting, whatever it might be. And none of that did as well as like a good Reddit post or a good 4chan post. Like something that's completely free was getting better results than us paying thousands of dollars for all this stuff. So at the end of the day, the organic is really all there is. I mean, when you pay people, when you like pay these KOLs, you pay these shillers, a lot of the time they're just in for the quick pump and then they leave. Maybe some people might stick around for the community if they like the vibes and stuff like that. But for us, what really helped us take off is we had a few posts on 4chan that did very well. One of our mods is really good at kind of speaking their language. And they were able to make a really good post there, and it got us a ton of traffic. It like 5x the token the whole time that the thread was active. Then after that, all of our threads on 4chan now are instantly removed, so they're like kind of onto us. So we had to kind of switch gears here. But honestly, for us, we're just constantly on Twitter. We're constantly on where we were on 4chan. We kind of backed off a little bit. Now we're on Reddit a bit more, kind of trying to push the word. And then for me too, I like to do a lot of in real, like IRL marketing, right? A lot of my students are also holders. People I go to are holders. I tell everybody about the project in real life. I said this last time. I would show people how to buy Solana, transfer to their Phantom wallet, swap it. Yeah, so I'm all about the organic, honestly, because at the end of the day, paid marketing and paid stuff in crypto is so expensive, and half the time you don't know if it's going to pay off, and a lot of times it doesn't pay off. It's almost reserved for all of these pump and dumpers. It's like they're the ones buying these 5,000x boosts so then they can recoup their money. It's actually insane. So I think organic is the way. Is it the meta? It's tough to say. When it comes to volume, I don't think so. People are not used to organic volume on the chart. Sometimes the chart won't move at all and people get scared. Like no volume scares people, but that's actually what organic would really be, especially at the beginning. And so that's what we've been. The chart was 100% organic, not using any bots, nothing like that. And you could see some days we'd have like no volume, and then other days it would kind of go up. I do think kind of as you guys, I don't know anything about the Anvil bot. I was going to check that out. I'm guessing it's some sort of like wash trading type of bot, or for lack of better words, or what is it? Volume bot?
It's not really a good word to use at all.
Sorry, what is it exactly?
So the Anvil bot is, if you consider like market making as like a wash for coins, be able to do that stuff, but you can actually create it to make certain buys at certain levels, and we call ratio trading. So
okay, like a market, it's like a market maker.
Yeah, it is a market maker without the wash portion in it.
Wrong word, my bad.
That's
wash
okay.
That's okay. Absolutely illegal.
Wash trading has a very negative connotation to it.
Yeah, nobody should be wash trading. Absolutely illegal. Don't do that. yeah, for sure.
I just got swatted. Oh
no. Yeah, exactly. So market making.
It's my wife. Yeah. She's like,
people are used to not having a market maker though. So when there's no volume, it's weird, and people are like, all right, nothing's happening. They're gonna sell, and kind of like our boy was saying, man, I'm forgetting everybody's name.
Sorry.
What's his name? Yeah. So like we were saying, you got to stimulate it sometimes. You got to kind of add some volume in there, add some buys, stimulate it a bit, set a dollar cost average, kind of get some things moving. And volume attracts volume at the end of the day. So as more volume comes in, more people want to pile on top of it.
The right kind of volume, that's important, right? Because the right kind of volume is important. Like you can go to Fatality or Orbit, or even some really great other volume bot called the Shogun Tsunami bot, which is a bundle trader, right? So it does two buys and one sell. The one sell equals the two buys, but it's all done at once. So you don't have movement to the chart. You just have movement to the volume indicator. And that's okay when you're going for like the DEX and you're trying to get on like Coin Market Cap or some other big DEX that needs you to have volume, then you could do that. But nothing says real volume like movement to the chart. And
100%.
The Anvil, and I don't want to keep spinning the Anvil bot, but it is very powerful. We did this. So we first started out with the Anvil bot as a you pay 20% of whatever you put in, right? So if you put in a soul, you take 20, so you're actually getting 0.8 soul, and it goes and does its thing. But it just seemed like everybody else was doing that. So I said, well, let's make a subscription, because the bot does work so well that when you're in an uptrend or your value, you've got positive buy pressure, the bot actually makes money. It's meant to do that. It's meant to make you money in a ratio trade process, only using price action variables. When it's medium, it stays break even. And when it's in a downtrend, you will spend not as much as, but pretty close to it, as you would any other volume system to get volume, right? But that's the thing. In ours, for one soul, you would get about 75K worth of volume when you're in a downtrend. When you're solid, you're going to get maybe 300 to 400K, because it's going up and down, up and down, up and down. It's always trading volume. And if it's going up, I don't know what it is. It is, but it doesn't run out. This is why we couldn't do a subscription-based model, because nobody could afford that. And we couldn't do take a percentage off of everything that comes in, because in some people's coins and cases, like tire dads and stuff, they would never run out. It would just keep making volume, and eat itself, but then always make some more money, and then just do it again and again and again. So I'm sorry, I blathered on about the volume bot when I said
it's great to hear. I was actually interested in it. I was looking at it here a minute ago. Yeah. So yeah, it's very cool.
I want you to think of that. This is no longer a tricky, where's all the fake wallets, and I need as many wallets to make it look like organic. We're not trying to make it. It's already organic. You're a trader. It's like, it would be no different than if I went to, say, BonkBot and just put in and said, all right, trade, make a trade. And I just that manually every single time. And I just did that manually 50,000 times, right? But here you can do it automatically without it losing its virility. That's another big thing, is that you can turn it off and on. You control the wallet. There's like all these things that I gave you control on. And now it's per transaction. So it's 0.5% of for every transaction, which is very, very low, by the way. Normally, most swaps are like 1%, 2%. The reason why we kept it very low is that we want you to make the volume, because I want you to put 100,000 volume in it, right? You will notice a little tinge to it. Like if you do that and you have 10 soul and you do that, you may lose like a half a soul or something along the way if you're medium, right? If you're going down, you might lose a full soul. But if you're going up, you're never even going to notice it. And that's what I want. I want the people to build up to where they can get to 1 million. But
that's really awesome. Right. Yeah, I'll check it out. Yeah, we'll try it out as well. That sounds really cool.
There's no barrier of entry. You just got to go in, put some money in it, check it, watch it trade a bunch of times. Make sure you follow all the videos. There's a bunch of videos on the site. Super, super easy to use. But yeah, check it out.
Very cool. Will do, man. Awesome.
But in the world of organic, we talk about this. FamTardio, you have an idea of creating a family environment around organic traffic. How do you go out and find more family?
That's a great question. So we've been tapping into different networking people, not like marketers, but like people we know in the space that know other people. And we've been sort of extending our range the safer and safer we feel about the supply. We've been joking, we have like our tier 1 friends, our tier 2 friends, our DGen friends that we know will probably, G at like a 2x. Like we've been very careful of who we involve at what time.
Right.
And that's really the only way. Like we literally have all the wallets docs that are holding the big majority of our supply. We know who they are. We have multiple tiers of chats. These are people we know for years. It's crypto and it's money and it's people. So sure, things could always happen. But, it's all about making it as safe as possible.
That's good. So keeping it safe, keeping it real.
Yes, I'm thinking the real thing. That organic or real, it's almost interchangeable. Because the more real you are, the more organically it will grow just naturally.
Yeah.
We don't just go in there and post like, good morning. Like, it's like, if we do a how are you, it's because we want to know actually how you are. It's like, we'll post things about our kids or animals or our spouses or whoever, and that just fosters a nicer community feel.
Exactly.
Like you said, the paid hype boys that are just, oh yeah, it's gonna moon tomorrow. I'm like, no, it's not gonna moon tomorrow. Why are you saying that? Like,
one of the absolute bittersweet things that I have in my life is like I will not use Raiders to a degree that use LFG or to the moon or to any of that bullshit. If you can't have a real conversation on X, like if you go to somebody's X and be like, hey man, check us out, we're gonna go to the moon, then you might as well just go, you know, fart in your own hand, because it's not going to give you any pleasure whatsoever. I'm sorry. It means nothing to me. It's so blind. Like I hear anybody using LFG to the moon, all that kind of network. And if you're watching and you use that phrase, stop it, you know, because you got to come up with something different now, man. Please be real. Go ahead and be like, if somebody's having a birthday party and like, or they're talking about crypto and they're at their kid's party or something, make conversation to it. Have conversation, have real conversation. I think there's advices that we can give from every one of us of how real you have to be, you know, like even the world, be respectful, be honest, and be real. That's what you got to do. Organic is not just about waiting for everybody to come to you. You got to get aggressive. Sometimes you got to go places, right? Yeah. So I'm glad to hear that you.
My favorite thing is when someone will join your TG, they'll send you a DM trying to sell their services.
Oh yeah.
And while they're waiting for your reply, they'll go into main and be like, "What's on my incoming?" Like it's like you're just like, like look what we could do for you. We could make fake comments on your chat.
That's right.
One of my favorite things is everyone wants to find these like churn and burn influencers and post their post within 10 seconds of them posting.
Yeah.
So you could be up there with all of it. I would rather find a cool influencer with a smaller following, actually has real content, and I would comment on a post from 5 days ago because it's going to stick out. Yeah. And actually start a conversation with this person. It's I don't get these random guys that are scanning, you know, what altcoin daily for like what they're gonna eat for half a soul and sell 3 minutes later. Like that's not the kind of people I want.
No, you don't. And I'm gonna give you all a big hit here today on how which I have found is the best way to bring organic following and people to your network, right? Like the reason why we have 1,497 people on a show that is, you know, 7-8 weeks old is because we worked at it and we got out there. We get into the trenches. You go meet other people. Don't be worried that you're going to be meeting other people and other coins. You come to shows like this, you know, like I know Ghost has met a lot of people from the show. I mean, I think that's why he's here too. Is like, you know, be like, I go to every show and I farm everybody in there. Like I go, hey, how you doing? It's good to meet you. I love what you do. And I investigate a little and I'm real with everybody. Right. There's no fake bullshit there. There's like, you know, I hope I come off to be real and sincere, but that's the thing. You got to know yourself. You got to be a part of it. You can't expect organic movement and not be organic yourself. That makes sense? So I think if you have this presence and what you want is what you got to put out there. Like it's the golden rule, baby. You know, if you put out a bunch of negative shit all the time, if you're always out there frustrated, that's what you're going to get back at you. This is why I surround myself with powerful people. Look at this guy over in this corner over here. You know, KEK is a very powerful individual in the world of the reality of like martial arts and that mentality. But he's a business person, but he's also a coin developer and he's all these other things. Man, I would talk to this guy every single day. If I was in this market and I had the same experiences as him, I'd be in there talking to him every day. That's why Ghost is here the majority of the time. I talk to him almost every other day in this process. You know, you surround yourself with the people that can influence you and help you build and add to you and add value. If you can't add value, move on. Right. So that's if there's any advice I'd give everybody. Now, MemesAI, I know that you have a pretty big community as well, don't you?
Yeah, we do. We have over 20,000 holders, and I'm glad you brought up organic, and that's the topic today because MemesAI is absolutely 100% organic, on every level. Yeah, I mean,
I think if there's anybody that blows it out of the water, it's you at that point. 20,000 organic followers is like a year of Sundays for me to go out and talk to people.
Well, and not all of them are super active right now, as I'm sure everybody's community is experiencing this, but there was not KOLs paid. We didn't give out a bunch of supply. It was a bunch of internet friends, basically, and there are some accounts that have a large following, and they got in on MemesAI in the beginning very early and believed in the vision, in the project. And so, like the website that you've looked at, that's built and paid for by a community member. I won't dox him, but yeah, he paid for it, used his expertise, built it. Anything that you see that's supporting, even to our Telegram, that's paid for by another community member. He owns that. It's been passed on to a couple. So he's now the owner of it. So anything that you see, the X, all of it, all organic. And I think you highlighted something that's very key here, Max, and it's how we got connected with you guys. Is MP from y'all's show just jumped into our Telegram and dropped a line, and I was in there at the same time and was like, hey, what's up? And then we just started communicating, and you know, one thing led to another, and here I am, my second time on the show with you guys. I love what you're doing, and I think, you know, we're surrounding ourselves with other projects and communities and like-minded individuals like Ghost, like those guys, like KEK and Retardio. Everybody here, everyone's here for the right reason. None of these projects, I don't have to worry. Is MemesAI up next to a project that 3 weeks later they're gonna rug and have a bunch of fuck shit going on? No. Right. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, that matters, because we're going to be guilty by association for you as a show host. You know what I mean? Like, what are you doing hosting rugs? All of that matters. So the fact that you guys stream it, you get down there in the mud and the blood with everybody, and you're in the trenches, you know, vetting these projects. I've seen it firsthand. It's amazing.
We try to do as best we can. All of our outreach people like MP and Mage and Shane, they all know what it is to be owners of these things and be part of it. And we tell them all, like you got to be real. You got to go in. You can't be in there spinning anything. You know, it's like always provide value first. Like, when I started this venture, it all basically, and I'm going to be honest with you, it's all started with me coming into this industry. For me and the coin, how did I meet my partners? All except one or two with Quentin, right? Like, you know, we're kind of related. But I've known one, Amy. She's one of my partners in the network. But as far as everybody else, I just went into coins. I went on the tech screener. I looked up coins, looked at the market cap, looked at the process, went in there. And if I saw that there was a live stream happening or a VC, I jumped in and I would say, hey, how you doing? And I would ask questions about the coin. I've always did like a little mini interview. I'm like, okay, cool. I'm going to go do a coin read and do a video and then come back. I'm going to give that to you. And they're like, what is it going to cost? I was like, nothing. I don't want anything for it. I just want to do this because I want some views, maybe get some views and get some stuff. So there was like a little quid pro quo. And I did that 100 times. I started the Trader Max brand with that, and it just went with that. That's how I delivered it, right? Exactly. And anybody that goes in, oh, you're only like, when I first started, man, I got so much shit because going after organic is not easy, right? They go, no, you got 7 people on your YouTube channel. Well, I know, but I got to get, if you go like it and you tell 6 people to go like it, I'll have 13 bits. Let's go. You know, and so
probably get to 15, like baby.
Exactly. Right. And now, I only have like 13 or 1400, whatever it is. But the concept here is find the reality of providing value. And that's what's going to bring organic, not the big sell, not the big shill.
Agree. And then another aspect too, Max, would be, do you have community members doing things for each other, right? Like, we have a lot of community members that have paid for blue checks for other raiders that couldn't afford it just because it helps with visibility for the project. And that's out of their own pocket. Like, that kind of stuff is happening in our community all the time. And it sounds like these other ones are experiencing similar stuff. I think that's a good sign of organic growth.
Yeah, well, that's the continuance of organicness. That's right. That's what creates longevity in the tooth for a community, right? But what brings them in is like when somebody comes in and they see that happening and they feel that immediately, then they're going to stay. Because sometimes we get a lot of people who come in, but they don't contribute and they don't do anything. But you know, that's the nature of the beast. And speaking of which, the nature of the beast, how do you in FartMommy over there, Cheechh? How do you keep people past them with the because you're a CTO, right? You're a CTO.
Yeah, we're a CTO.
So how do you continue on past that? Because you get a misnomer sometimes of what CTOs are, and everybody expects you to do a certain thing. You know, are you going to be a CTO of a CTO of a CTO is the biggest worry.
Yeah, absolutely.
How do you create that change of direction to keep your organic real? How do you deal with that?
I think doubling down on a lot of what I said last week. So unveiling the covers, you know, showing who you are, actually getting involved in the community. You know, if you're sitting there, you're hiding under covers, more than likely, you know, you're not doing something right. You know what I'm saying? So come out in front of your community, show them who you are. And then I loved what my man with KEK Coin was saying too. He was saying, you know, talk a little bit talk a little bit about life. You know, start to know your people, start to know your community. You'll be surprised, like, you know, how many lawyers or doctors or like different professions you guys have like in that Telegram. You're gonna be mind blown, and like you'll start talking about work and just different things, and you have like a much more normal like vibe to it, and that I feel like those are the different things when you see like that normalcy. And that, like you guys are using organic nature in a community, that's what screams like a natural or a good coin, a good community that's not going to bail on you. That's not just there for a rug. I almost like don't like to use the word organic though. Like I'm gonna go on. Like forgive me because I almost
here we go.
Here I go a little bit for like on the charts. So like I don't like to use like the word organic for charts at all, or towards like the money aspect at it at all, because that confuses people who just like don't know enough about money. Not that I'm like an expert, but based off like what I know, and like even if you look at the stock market, right? Like the stock market functions off of some sort of automation in order for these things to go. Like when I first got into crypto, I first got in before the laws changed, and I was using like high frequency trade bots for like ADA and like Bitcoin and like on KuCoin and like Bitsgap, like just little tools here and there. But like it's organic really is hard to be applied to this, because like when you say that word, people might think like just straight up like open up like a like Phantom or something and just like buy and sell. And like there's a lot more to it than that. And then like I loved a little bit about like what my man over at AI was saying about like I heard him mention like KOLs and things like that. Like like it's hard to say like the word organic when you're in a Telegram, and like you'll see like when your coin starts to do a little bit like slightly squeak in the right direction, they'll be like, you got $4 grand, $5 grand, 10 grand for me to do a Twitter post, or like and then you see marketing, you know, just get blasted. So like I love to use organic in terms of everything for people. And breeding the people around your coins and around this. But I always think that the charts and all that, like it's always it'll take people's mind into a place where they look for too much in the word of organic. You know what I mean? Well, they look like way too into it. And
that's the downside of it, because you get somebody who says, you know, what's with this bot in here for? Why is this doing this?
They just don't know enough about like money to understand that like that sometimes that might even be like a KuCoin rebalancer, like something similar to that, like just like literally rebalancing someone's wallet like $20. You know what I mean? Like, and it's not even like but people who don't understand what's going on or understand the more about that aspect, they might take that word organic and apply it to your chart a little too aggressively. So like that's again why I'm super.
That's fine.
Let me try to teach people. Whatever you go.
No, but you're bringing a different viewpoint to the word organic to a chart. The process of today's conversation is about the exposure of that, but you know, organic nature to charting is not about. I think it's just like with anything. It's not
being there. Like it's not.
It's not a holder equals a raider equals this person. Just because I get a new holder, because there's 50 different ways to get new holders. I have a way that you can go in and make 50 wallets in the Anvil bot right now, and that could be 50 new holders, but you're still one person. I think organicity to a chart is all about the intent of what you're doing with the numbers and the money that you're using for it. Spend $50,000 with a coal, put $50,000 into the Anvil bot and push that, right? Get that chart moving by doing maybe a ratio trade of 5 to 1 and push it past a reserve level. You know, get it moving. If you want to rebuy your supply, you know, or if you have supply, you can put it in the Anvil bot and get it moving to that point. Organic is your intent, not so much, you know, I got to go find 17 people to come in and buy from us. It is more about, and again, there's thousands of bot systems and networks out there that are always looking for movement on a chart. How do you do that? And that's where some of the work from what we're talking about today. But we've talked about community. We talked about charting. We've talked about a lot of great things today. I want to make sure that we're very close to the end of time here, that we get into our next portion. And I appreciate everybody. Thank you so much. We got a lot of, Mr. Quinton, I do apologize, buddy. Look at that. I forgot Quinton almost. What do you feel about, now you've dealt with a lot of organic side of it because you're talking to a lot of people in the network.
Honestly, I feel like organic is, in the sense of how it interacts with the community, there's so many different levels. Like, you're looking at content, you're looking at the prevalence on social media, you're looking at on charts. I think in content wise, it's important to have a balanced organization between organic content and non-organic or artificial content, because organic is obviously way more qualitative and will give you a much more personal feel, and you can much more accurately manipulate it towards who you are and what your project is going for. But at the same time, it takes a lot to make, and to have a coordinated effort takes a lot. Definitely if you're in a team, it takes a lot to do that. So you got to sort of balance it between having organic and then also having a little bit of the AI stuff, because at one point, if you can curate an AI with prompts and sort of go through that work a little bit, you can start pumping out a lot more content. But if you do it too much, you'll oversaturate it, you'll give a wrong impression. So it's like that sort of a point to it is really important, because the visual aspect, the text aspect is super duper important to have something there. You just have to understand that balance.
Yeah.
As far as people, it's massive. You got to be like, pretty much everyone on this panel had a fantastic viewpoint. Like, curate your community, understand what your community is. What are you there for? And I think this goes along hand to hand with your project too, because if you have a good, strong community that is all aligned under a good and well-made project identity, that fantastic. You're going to move in a great direction. But even then, your community can transcend the general idea of your community or of your project. So I think it's even more important. And then as that goes out, the social media layout will sort of start to layer into that. You know what I mean?
Well, I think like with projects like SASSY, working on social media and having that mentality, FamTardio, trying to find that family element, KEK has this whole different process of dealing with things in there. Ghost with the LOTTO, memes with the AI, everybody that's here has so much potential to take this organic feel and apply it. Like, I heard several different ways today, some dealing with the real content of it, somebody having the university of teaching, like with Cheechh and showing everybody out there. And I think as long as we always keep that in mind, that it is not always just about what you put out, but it's also what you receive into your network. And if you can find a way to hone it and to work with it, and even if it's not perfect, be real, be transparent, be empathetic, and just make it work. And I think that's what's going to keep this in. Is organic the meta? I think it's not even it's a standard, not even a meta anymore.
I want to chime in, because I know I've been on the show a lot, and you guys know my ideology of organic, but y'all just of course wanted to skip me today.
Did I skip you?
I'm just playing. Yeah, but it's all good. I'm here to kick it. But I do want to say something.
Hiding in the bathroom, so we didn't know. We thought you were.
Sorry. Here you go. Wait a minute.
Hiding in the bathroom. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Man, this got me feeling uncomfortable. I'm back up a little bit. But no, like, from the organic side of life, man, the word has kind of like a fake feel to it right now, because I feel like people that are stagnant kind of use that as an excuse. They're like.
I saw you open the fridge, by the way.
Oh man, what?
It's real. The fridge is real. The fridge is real.
So I feel like people they rinse the word. They use it when it's convenient. I think this is the way I looked at it. I said, I want to do things that I want to do. I want to wake up and literally do what I want to do. Well, what do I love doing? I like playing poker. I love it. It's fun for me. I love uplifting people and motivating people or encouraging people or whatever they can get from me. I love it. It's my favorite thing. So what do? I jump on spaces every day. I put out a poker tournament twice a week. And this is the organic side of it. You have people, I can't even take it seriously.
I'm sorry, brother. I had to do it, man. I had to do
I'm
it.
trying to be so serious too.
I know, man. I love you, brother. I just had to do it. When you said poker, I was trying to get that one out. Ghost always wins. But
man, I got second place last Friday, and I'm sick to my stomach about it still, man. I gotta get first tonight. But no, like realistically speaking, I felt like organic is doing what you want to do as like a team leader, if you will. And the people that gravitate and stick around to that is the real organic growth to it. You know, you're not going to, you know, a pool hall trying to get poker players. You know what I mean? You're just doing what you do and what you love doing. And eventually the like-minded individuals will want to take part in that. I think the biggest thing is if you want organic growth, you have to be the person to continuously be consistent, continuously put out what you're trying to accomplish. So often people are like, oh yeah, it's a meme coin. And I get that, sure. But if there's no substance to what your community is all about, it's not organic at all. And the organic side of it for me is really about, are you paying for holders? Are you paying for calls? Are you paying for raiders? And I'm not against it. It's just, for me personally, I think that you do create artificial movement when you do that, and you're subjecting yourself to, you know,
but
a pump and dump.
Is exposure is not about organicity. I mean, I think if we're paying for like followers on a page, right? Not organic, right? If you're paying for views to a TikTok video, not organic. I get it. But if you're paying for people that are listening to another show, I mean, if somebody from here, right? Like if you paid to be a sponsor here ever, right? Because you could do sponsor shows, it's very inexpensive. And you got 1,637 people watching the show right now. Is that not organic? No, it is organic because these people are coming through a value. You paid to be here to get that exposure. Now, if you pay me to give you exposure and say, I'm going to move your chart, then that's maybe not so much organic, right? Because every coal in the world does that thing where they go, hey, look, over there's some gold. Then they throw a gold bar over there. See, there's gold there. And then when everybody goes, hey, there's gold, they pull the gold bar back with a little bit of extra gold because other people put it in. And they're like, see, I called the chart to go up. Bullshit. Right. And that's why we can have a whole fucking show about that shit as well. Right.
I think I do. To your point, though, I mean, I do believe there are like real coals that really do have shit about themselves. Like here's my whole thing. We've had some huge coals promote Lotto for free.
Yeah.
We didn't ask nothing, but it's like, yo,
that's organic.
That's organic.
Yes.
When you know, there's a couple big hitters out there that I've been like, you know, yo, bro, check my coin out. Like, just check it out. I'm not telling you to promote it or nothing. Like, I think this shit's gonna be fucking a nice move for the rest of the year, you know?
Yeah.
And they're like, okay, yeah, I'll check it out. Thanks for the info. And then nothing. Sometimes they hit me back like, yo, dude, this shit is solid. Like, tell me more. I'm like, dude, join our daily spaces. Then that night, I put my daily space link in their, you know, chat. And sometimes they join, sometimes they don't. But, you know, I think it was maybe Wednesday of last week, huge ass account. And she's like into the crypto space. She's like, saw how many times we were, again, rating her posts. And I'm like, I've interacted with that person before from another community. Let me DM her. And I DM'd her, and she literally was like, oh my God, I'm making a post about it right now. She didn't say, hey, are you going to give me any coin for that? Hey, are you going to, nothing. Yeah. Just absolutely nothing. The organic side of it will come. That's why I'm just such a big believer in just doing you. Just do you. Yeah. Like whatever you like doing, do it in this world. And eventually the right people will you'll be surrounded by them.
Eventually, yeah.
Eventually, yeah. And sometimes it takes time, but that's organic.
I'm okay with that. I grew my school organically. You know, we came into the neighborhood. We put a little flyer out. We didn't go pay for door stoppers and all that stuff. We went to a couple schools, talked to some teachers, and brought some information to what we do. We're a legacy school, you know, so it was like that kind of mentality. But in this world, this is tough to keep the organic feature to it, especially finding calls that are real, that are organic in that network. So, but I want to come off and say I really am sorry. there's so many things happening. It's bound to happen. I'm usually pretty damn good with keeping everybody straight.
Hey,
but I did
you a
forget.
pass because I'm talking organic growth pretty much every show. So
yeah.
You probably just like, of course, you already talked about that. You
already talked about it, right? Here's the beautifulness of your aqua smile in your hat.
I just want.
Oh, I did not cut him off. I did not do that. I don't know what just happened.
Was it organic?
It was organic.
It was 100% organic.
He had to get the last word in. That's what it was. That's what happened. See, I'll give him all his manners now.
In suspense.
God, I hope it's like dark. It's crazy. Maybe all his lights went off. All his lights went off. He's just there. He's still here. I don't know if he can hear us. If you're in his stream, oh, there he is. Wait, okay. I was like,
wow, like
still there?
For a second. I was trying to pretend that I was mad at you. No, I'm just kidding. I got a phone call, man. I don't know why I did that.
Hey, that when that happens, man. Too funny. I got to get rid of that banner. Ghost always wins. I said you had to add the last thing in there, but I told you this is what you're going to get. You're going to get ribbed. We're going to have fun with this. I love it. All right. So in this last portion, and normally we try to keep just for the panelists to do the alpha mentality. So I'm going to start with them. If we have enough time, I'll try to get with everybody, but I'll let everybody say goodbye. But we're going to go down through the panelists today and get them to talk about their alpha and anything that they have. If you don't have any alpha, that's okay. Just say business is normal, and we'll see you next time with it. But remember, there's always time to come back and chill and alpha with us at any time. You're watching the Shogun Gun Show. We have 1,646 people on. We hit like 1,650. We pulled back a little bit here just recently. I'm just going to do that real quick before we start the alpha portion of the show. Pop it up right here. There it is. 719, 691, so close. 20 people away, 20 something people away for Port Ghost. I know it was when it blacked out there. He lost a couple people, I think. I don't know. Maybe it happened there. There you go.
You're sabotaging me.
It could be. Thank you very much for the FUD. I appreciate it because I control the world. That's what happens. But tell my ex-wife that. Never mind. But all right, so let's just go straight down the list. We got Binx. Thank you so much for being here today. Do you have any alpha that you wanted to talk about today?
Yeah, man, absolutely. So as far as alpha goes, our staking DApp, it's being released very, very soon. Cream Pie, that's his name. He's our main dev. He's actually very, very knowledgeable. He told me it should be done very, very soon. In the next couple of days, I'm thinking.
Oh, really?
So we're going to start kind of pumping that and posting it.
Yeah.
It should be a lot of fun. You're going to be able to stake your KEK and you'll be able to earn base points. And then we'll let you guys know what you can use base points for kind of in the future. We're kind of ironing that whole thing out. But the DApp is about to be done. So I'm really excited about that. The other thing we're doing is I really agree with what Ghost was saying too, like combining all your interests together. That's kind of what we've done. So KEK is also, we're doing the Sunday open mat with Joel. That's our sponsored fighter. So every Sunday we have open mat here at Labyrinth. We have a 4K camera that we're live streaming to Twitter. We just did the first episode last Sunday. Basically, it follows him around his training. He'll kind of show some techniques that he used in a recent competition. It'll follow me around, kind of show me training with some of the students, rolling, stuff like that. So yeah, it's just like a chill hangout. Kind of every Sunday we get together. We'll be answering questions from the community, rolling, training. It's kind of doing the whole lifestyle approach. It's like a lifestyle portion of our channel. So those are the two main things kind of that are coming right now. The staking DApp is coming, and then the Sunday open mat with Joel. We just did the first episode. The second episode will be this Sunday coming up. We're going to be doing a lot more live streaming, like lifestyle content as well, kind of getting out there, showing people like what we're all about, right? Because it's a lot of fun. We do a lot of really fun stuff, and we don't really put a lot of the content out like they're in real life stuff. So that's what we're doing now. And then of course, partnerships as well. We're constantly talking to other projects, looking at partnerships, ones that actually make sense, that are beneficial, for everybody, not just doing a partnership just to do it, right?
Yeah.
And yeah, we're killing it right now. Like our raid team is always going. We're raiding like nonstop. We're always pushing, despite whatever the market conditions are. We're constantly building, constantly pushing, and just continuing to grow, right? Staying positive all the time. If you let the market get you down, it'll paralyze you from being able to work and start to do things. So you have to just kind of ignore it to some extent and just keep putting your head down, continue to work, and then hope it all works out in the end, as long as you're being honest, as long as you're putting in the effort for it. So that's about it for KEK. We have our more merch, of course, rash guards and shorts coming in. I'm going to be sending them to other like top black belts, seeing if they'll rep it on their Instagram and tag us. So it should be a lot of fun. So that's about what we got coming up in the next couple of weeks here.
One of our top 5 of our crew is a brown belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu studying. His name's Rip. Really awesome dude.
That's awesome. Honestly. Yeah. Have him reach out to me. I'll send him some merch.
Yeah. There you go, buddy. I like that because I know he's just getting into teaching now and starting, he's been teaching probably the whole time, but he's really getting into that process. And I love this guy. He has so much integrity. And
that's awesome. Yeah. If he needs any advice, have him reach out to me. Our school is like over 200 members now. Our kids team, the adult team is very, very accomplished and competitive. So like we've done some good work.
We're in the world of martial arts, it's always tough to find real people. Thank you so much for being real.
Absolutely, man. Thank you guys. I really appreciate you guys. And it's really cool to see you have the martial arts connection as well. It's a small world.
Oh yeah. We have a legacy creed that's has saved my life more times than I can tell you. I can tell you that right now.
I bet, man. That's great.
All right. So FamTardio. I almost did FarmTardio again. That's going to be a new coin now. We're going to we're going to go right over to launchpad.shogunux and make FarmTardio.
It's already happening.
It's already happening right now. I own it over Panther Web Tools. You know what? The worst thing in the world is that I'm a builder and I'm an addictive builder. Like I love to build just about anything. You give me a stupid idea or even a good idea, like Mr. Ghost down there with us yesterday, and I'm building it out. Right. So we own the SaaS network. We own a register network that you can go register your all your domains and buy servers and do all that stuff with. We own that, right? We own this process. And I own a launchpad system. So now I can think of it, build a website, build a social integration system, CRM, make a webinar system, put it into a launchpad system to launch on Pump Fund and a fair sale, and then communicate all that stuff with everybody here on a show. And that's a deadly combination.
The whole thing, bro. The whole kit.
The whole thing. If you were to come up, and you know what, we should fucking do this one day. We should just all of us come together. We'll put in like a half a soul just for fun. Come up with some stupid idea in a show, and I'll go in. Well, Quentin will go make the website. I'll go launch it in a launch pad, and we'll see what the fuck happens. You know, live stream launch, right?
Live stream.
Well, we did that. Well, we sort of did that. We had this coin called Shogun coin, which is our utility coin for our network. And I wasn't thinking, really, I'll be honest with you, I wasn't thinking about the result. I said, okay, let's make the coin. We took like 3 days. I put everything together. I didn't build a website. It was all coming through Shogun. And I didn't do any of that other stuff. I didn't think about Deck Screener and all that bullshit because it was just a utility coin. And I wanted to test to see once it went to Radium through our system, what it would do. And of course, the Cabal came in, went to 3.1. We went to 3.1 million launching on our system, right? And everybody was screaming, and I wasn't prepared for that. So there's a whole show behind it, man. It's crazy. But listen, when you have that, when you have that, I went off on this whole thing on building, but in FamTardio, you have some stuff that's coming out too, right? Or you have anything that's coming out for Alpha?
So our main thing is that this is literally the ground floor because we haven't been talking to the general public till literally today. You're our first spaces that we've ever done.
Really? Cool.
Yeah. Okay. Shane, we've known Shane for a long time. So
who hasn't? I mean, that's disgusting.
Like, you guys are about ready to start like talking to people, right? I was like, hell yeah, Shane, let's do this.
Yeah. Well, be careful now because Shane ain't going to stop now. You realize that, right? He's like if you sprinkled Viagra, crack cocaine on an Energizer bunny and just put him out there. It's all going to come back. Shane, if you're watching this, baby, I believe you are just that. You are a military fucking esque dude. This guy's amazing, right? He's amazing, and everything we have.
I've known him for multiple projects. He's a cool dude. Yeah. So yeah, we told him. We said, hey, Tuesday. Let's do grand opening. Let's start. Get on the spaces. That's when we're going to start being active on X again. Mm-hmm. Like I said, we've been really stealth. It's the only way to grab all that supply without being the bundle and shit.
I might have some ideas how you can grab some more. So be receptive.
Let's do it. Our goal is to get to a 90% before we start like doing serious marketing.
And I got the perfect way for you to do it.
We're getting close. We're getting close. So it's exciting. So yeah, that alpha is really, you're on the ground floor. You're not gonna, if you're going, it sounds cool, wait for a dip. I'm like, we've been building up to this point, you know, for months. There's not.
So the alpha for the next 2 weeks is that you'll be here. You'll be
right.
not just in the show, but you'll be alive, right? Like, we're going to be alive for the next 2 weeks. That's about it.
Yes,
I
exactly.
dig it.
So it's fun. Join the TG, hang out, look at my obscene amount of filters, and you know, just hang out, have fun.
Try to have some fun. That sounds good. Thanks, buddy. I appreciate you being here today in the process. And of course, I'm just trying to hit panelists because we are coming up to the end of the show here. And last but not least, our last panelist. Never mind. No, we got to do it. We got to give Ghost his time. I appreciate you, Ghost. What do you got? I know, right? You are always a constant with us, and we appreciate you. What do you got for any alpha, anything coming out? You know, what's on? I shouldn't say really alpha, right? Because you have such a consistent value in everything that you're doing. You may have new things that are coming, but your consistency of the shows and letting people know what they are, that's really powerful.
Yeah, I mean, I appreciate you so very much for the compliments, the kind words. You know, I definitely don't like alpha. I think I like under promising and over delivering more than anything. But I always talk about what's current, and so today is a real cool day for us. It's obviously it's our poker tournament at 6:00 p.m. Pacific Standard, but we're doing something we haven't done before on our Tuesday match, and we're doing anybody that makes it to the final table will be receiving a lotto ball. And that lotto ball will be automatically entered into our lotto drawing on Saturday, the 5:00 p.m. this Saturday. So I don't know the date, but yeah. So you play poker tonight.
March 1st.
There it is. Thank you. You play poker tonight. You make it to the final table. Not only are you obviously getting paid out in lotto tokens, it's 5,000 lotto tokens to join, but also you'll receive one of those lotto balls, and you got an automatic entrant. You become an automatic entrant into the We Just Hit the Lotto. That's all we got, though. You know what I mean?
I appreciate it. That's not all. That's a lot. That's a lotto. That's a lot of good stuff.
It's a lotto.
That is.
My man, appreciate you guys.
No worries. As we try to round up the show, I do appreciate everybody. MemesAI, Sassy, thank you so much. Cheechh, of course. You guys are here for Shillers today. I appreciate all of you. I'm going to start off with you, Sassy, to just kind of come out and say, you know, we don't have time for any more alpha, but if you just wanted to say a quick goodbye or anything, do you want to say to your community and their contribution today?
Yeah, I just want to say thank you for having us. And, you know, from a community perspective, just want to know, given the market, we are working so hard as a team in the background. It's partnerships, partnerships, and just be patient while the markets are tough. We'll get there.
Yeah, absolutely. Great words. And your community is always strong. I love the voice that you put out in your shows. Keep up the great work, because I want to see what's next. I've watched some pretty weird stuff in that show, and I dig it. I really do. I appreciate that.
Once we bring that into real life, then that's where it like goes up a gear.
I guess that's going to be kind of crazy to have live action ones. That's going to be weird. Cheechh from FartMommy, man. Thanks a lot for being here today. What do you have to say to your community as a goodbye for today?
Guys, it's always good to see you. Stay learning as always, and yeah, I appreciate everyone that was on the stream today. It was a really awesome bunch. It was another week with pretty fantastic people, so it was dope.
We're always so lucky. We're always so lucky. You know, have all of you in here so respectful and so honest, and to contribute your time. I know this takes a lot out of some, you know, because you got a lot of stuff going on. But thank you very much for taking time out of your day, Cheechh. We really appreciate you.
You guys are king.
Thanks, man. MemesAI, the swarm. I swear to God, that octopus. I'm going to have to make a plushie out of it so I can crush it to death. But
yeah, Max, I'm all about it. I just want to say thanks for having us on here. We appreciate you, all the stuff you guys are doing in the background to make the show happen. All the projects here. Thank you for letting me share the stage with you. It's an honor. I want to say thank you to my Swarm family out there. I know they're listening. Our alpha is very simple, Max. It's join the Swarm, promote the manifesto, buy MemesAI, and you'll thank us later.
There you go. I like that. Short and sweet and to the point. It's not even alpha, man. That's like a manifesto in itself. It's a mantra. You know,
that's what we do.
Be a part of it. Get included. There's resistance is futile. Let's go. That stupid octopus. I'm trying to steal
all that. Max, you better be a holder by the end of today. I'm telling you, if you don't have MemesAI in a wallet, you and I are going to have issues next
We're going to have problems, right? We're going to have problems.
Yeah, let's go.
All right, man. We'll put you in the portfolio. How's that? That's good.
That's what's up. I appreciate it.
No worries, my man. Thank you so much. All right. And then, of course, we got FamTardio. I'm going to do it, FarmTardio, one more time. The FamTardio. Thank you so much for being here and being a panelist and sharing out of your time today.
Yeah, so it's so great to be here, man. It was really great. Thank you.
Yeah, I can't wait to see how this manifests and come out and bloom. I really do want to see you bloom. You know, more things come out, what you guys do, you know, come up with some good, fun stuff in that family environment. I can't wait to see what's in there.
Nice. Thank you, Max. Appreciate the time.
No worries. And Binx, you know, let me tell you, I really enjoy who you are and your school and everything that you're doing. I started to look into a little bit more while we were talking. I appreciate you being here and having your time.
Thank you.
Are you in your dojo right now, right? Or are you in the office?
Yeah, we're here right now, man. I'll pan over. There's a weight set. We got mat space over here.
Beautiful.
Yeah, we're here. Yeah. We're out here.
That's good, man. You're changing lives in there too. And I know any good martial artist and teacher changes lives throughout their world. So please keep up.
That's what it's all about, man. Yeah, that's what it's all about. That's
no matter what happens, whatever happens in crypto, please keep that going as much as you can. I would love to meet up. I'm a school owner myself, and we have a lot of stuff in common with a lot of the builds and stuff that you've done.
Absolutely, man. Yeah, that's where the true wealth comes from anyways. I mean, beyond the money and everything, it's the relationships, the people you inspire, the people you look up to, you know, the respect that you earn from your peers. That's like more valuable than anything. You know, there's a lot of guys out there that are millionaires that are not respected by people, that people don't look up to them. You know, they wish they had some sort of something to inspire others, right? So yeah, I don't take it for granted at all. Truly, truly blessed, man. Thank you for the compliments. I really appreciate it.
You're welcome, brother. And Mr. Ghost, of course.
As always, man, thank you so much for having me. I'm just beyond blessed, man. I know we work hard, all of us up here on the panel. Obviously, we work hard for what we believe in, man. Just keep standing on what you believe in. You know, keep moving forward, no matter what, you guys. The Lotto fan band, man, I just want to say thank you so much for always showing up. Please join us for poker tonight, though. I need you, Max. This is like the first time I need you to come play with us tonight. I got your buy-in.
You got it, buddy. You got it.
Anybody on the panelists, I appreciate that. Anybody on the panelists, I'll do your first buy-in if you want to join us tonight. It really is a good time, I promise. And if you like it, you stick around for more to come.
Absolutely. Sorry, I just went, like, today is a forgetful show for me. Like, it's the first time I forgot to show for myself. I forgot to put alpha in for myself. I forgot about Ghost's point for the chill person. I should be fired. Somebody should take this show from me. No. Listen, I just real quickly, I got to get, let me see, Mr. Quinton, let me grab your stuff. I got to get the link too, because I hid the link from the world out there. I just want to show people real quickly. There we go. Let me see if I can pull this off here. I think I can. Therefore, IB. Will that work? Because I was restricting some of my stuff that I was doing so it wouldn't mess with Mr. Ghost's stuff. We're at 1728 on the usership here. There we go. I'm going to pull it right over here. And I'm going to show you this just real quickly. I just want to take a couple seconds of your time to talk about our sponsor for today. And that's not me. That's somebody else. Let's try that. There we go. I just wanted to talk to you about the Shogun and the Anvil bot system here. The Anvil bot is in version 2. Now, when we first started, it was like the beta test of it, whatever. It was called the Temper bot. We have the Tsunami bot, which is a completely different network. But this is the Anvil bot. This is the market maker system that we've arrived on. It's fully videoed out. We have everything ready here. You'll hear my pretty voice on all this stuff. There's no upfront fees. This, first off, is probably the most revolutionary thing. There's no volume bot out there that doesn't have upfront fees, especially with our volume bot doesn't, for the Tsunami doesn't. And then this one, I don't know of any other else that are. I don't know of any that give you keys to your wallet, and I don't know anybody that you get to choose your time frames on. The biggest thing here for the Anvil bot is, and I'm going to show you this. Let me see if I can pop it up here in this screen here. Excuse me 1 second. Pardon my messes. I am a folder addict as well. In this process, I'm just going to simply click on activity. You're going to see that I can have 2 tokens now being able to trade. I can have multiple. Let me see. I don't even know if I pulled them up. I can have multiple wallets. See, I have 3 here that I can trade with multiple wallets. And why this is so important is that you can make one wallet do one thing and another do another. The power of this is now it starts to give you organic traffic and what we call cross hatching. And in that cross hatching, what that means is that there is an opportunity for all of you to have the bot trade at different levels of movement. And when that happens, now you have more of an organic feel to it in a way, but also it has an availability to one swap can actually cover another one. As one's going up, the other could be peeling off, and not so much washing stuff in and out, but there is a sense of movement to the market, and you keep that movement. Now, if you really wanted to get a lot of volume, like you can put a lot of volume through this, it's only going to cost you 0.5% per transaction. And as the market's going up, our trends that we see is that the Anvil bot will make money in that process. When it's sideways, it'll barely spend any money and it'll keep going, just eat itself and run forever. And when it is in a downward trend, like something like today with Soul Market, you're going to spend no more than what you spend in any average old volume bot. So if you're looking for volume and you want to get serious, don't just go get it and just see what you can do with it. Go get it. Come to us. Get into the Shogun TG for the support system. Make some time, talk to me, and I'll help walk you through all these. I'll do this hand walk you every single coin in it. I have Quentin, I have myself, I have a few others that know it very, very well, and we'll get out there and help you with it. As everybody that's here on this panel, if you all go to that process, 25% of everything that we make from that bot, from that 0.5% transaction, goes into our coin at Shogun automatically. And so at the end, starting on March 1st, which is this weekend on Sunday, by the way. Well, wait, on Saturday, by the way, because that's when your Lotto Ball thing is. On March 1st, you're going to see that automation system kick in. And this is going to be powerful for us because that means the more people that we get out there, the better Shogun's going to do. So if you're watching this on Shogun right now, you should be shilling the shit out of the Anvil bot 2. That's going to be now releasing this weekend. Full time, we're going to be putting it out there because right now there's a white list on it. I'm giving it to a few others. I'm going to give you the links here today privately later on for you to go test it out. But to the rest of the public, it's not going to be available till March 1st. Thank you very much to everybody here. Mr. Quentin, you got any goodbyes you want to say to anybody before we split up?
Always love to give just a little bit of love. Everyone inside of here, thank you so much for being here. So happy to be able to hear about you, your project, and to sort of enrich this community of ours together a little bit more every single show. Even if you've been here before, being able to come back in. And, so I always like to say just a little bit. I love when I get to see the visual participation. Cheechh, I love the fire cars. I love that. Because awesome. Even as things are going on, you can show and be active inside of the panel, and it just enriches everyone's shill just a little bit more. Definitely as we're going into the chill section, it helps enrich everything a little bit more, and it gives your product so much more legitimacy. Mm-hmm. Thank you to my team and teams now as we're going forward, and thank you, Trader Max, for putting in your hard work and being a fantastic host. Thank you.
Oh, thank you very much. I appreciate it. Listen, it makes it easy. I don't know who served in the military here, but I had somebody a little while ago say, I was saying something about serving in the military, and it said, thank you for your service. And I didn't know what to say. What do you say? Thank you, or what have you? And you really don't know what to say. So I said it was worth it. Everybody that, me serving in the military was worth it for, everybody's worth it. So I sort of augmented and I said, you were worth it. Right. And they're like, what does that mean? And I was like, because I served, because I served because I wanted to go in and sort of escape my old man, who is a heavy-handed dickhead. Right. It's probably a very long story there. But when I got into things of what I was doing and where I was going, the ethics that I had when I went through that life, I seen that I was serving my country. In here, serving my community, serving all of you is no different. My community, my work, my love for people is who I serve. I don't serve myself. I do on occasion because it does come back to me. Those that give, get. And that's what it comes down to for all of me. So when I tell you all, I am the one who gets the most out of all of this because I get to see all of you and learn so much more. And I've seen a lot. I've seen a lot because I've done a lot. I've made mistakes. I have FUD, but I stand up to it. And if I can give you any advices whatsoever, never be in fear of what you do. Be in fear of what you don't. Got it? Go have fun. Be real. The best revenge is living well. So get out there and live well. I'm Trader Max. This has been the Shogun Gun Show. For all of you beautiful people out there, 1,741 of you. You were so close, Ghost. So close. It was so beautifully close. I even got the hearts on this one. Wait do you see this? There you go. I got the hearts right up there. They're there, baby. I love it. But you were so close. 754 to 746. Oh.
Hey, that's
Terrible.
a good sign to see that you're growing constantly since I've been on here, bro. Honest to God, that's amazing. Congratulations to another great show.
Thank you.
And don't get used to being ahead by a few years.
I knew it was coming. I knew it.
No, it's all love. Honest to God, it's all love. And I'm seriously honored to be here. So thank you for having me.
You got it, baby. We'll see you next time. I love you all. Stick around for the backstage side of it for all my panelists. We appreciate you. We'll see you next time. I'm Trader Max. Have a great day.